Blog Talk Radio.
Here we go. Blast off.
This is True Capitalist Radio. True Capitalist Radio.
I am your host, the man they call Ghost.
The badass of business.
Give him capitalism or give him death.
That's it. Period.
Broadcasting from his Skyline office studios in beautiful downtown Austin, Texas.
You sound fruitier than a box of Fruit Loops, for Christ's sake.
And now, he'll take it from here. Your host, the prognosticator of prognosticators, the man they call Ghost.
What's going on, folks, and thank you very much for tuning in with me to this rescheduled edition of the True Capitalist Radio broadcast. And, of course, I am your host, the man they call Ghost. And once again, I want to thank you very much for tuning in with me. Once again, this is the rescheduled edition. I know that I was supposed to basically broadcast yesterday at 6:30 p.m. on Monday, but I'm going to be honest, folks, I'm a brick-mortar business owner, and, I mean, the optimism and the consumer sentiment is just completely through the roof. People are, I just can't keep enough inventory, baby. You understand what I'm saying? So I love how the Trump economic policy it's contagious amongst the consumers in the buying public today. And yesterday I was just too exhausted from, a weekends of work, and I was just too exhausted. I could not go 3 hours. But of course, folks, I cannot just take a day off. I do want to reschedule the broadcast, so we hooked it up today on a Taco Tuesday. We haven't had a Taco Tuesday in a minute, huh? You haven't seen a Taco Tuesday in a minute. So once again, this is episode number 514, episode number 514 for all the folks that are keeping track of the True Capitalist Radio broadcast. And before we get into everything, folks, I'd like to ask you all to please spread it around like wildfire and let everybody know that True Capitalist Radio is in effect and in the house, and we are live right now. And we're traditionally on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, 6:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. The only reason we're on a Taco Tuesday is because I'm making up for yesterday's show. So I hope that, some of you folks have a little bit of appreciation about it, to say the least, all right? Anyway, with that being said, folks, before we get into crypto and stock news, we're going to have a lot of things to talk about today. Obviously, we're going to talk about Donald Trump. We're going to talk about him winning. We're talking about, obviously, the Supreme Court upholding the travel ban, lifting this land of federal management garbage, you know what I mean? This mass federal land confiscation that happened during Obama, lifting that crap, completely erasing Obama's anti-American legacy out from U.S. history, from U.S. memory. And, of course, we're going to talk about, folks, and it's going to be a considerable part of the broadcast, what the hell is going on with this Robert Mueller special investigation, the special counsel. This, folks, is probably one of the biggest crises that we are having in our government today. And I'm talking about the FBI being used as a political tool against someone that is outside whatever party's interest, because let's be honest, folks, it's the Democrats. I mean, I know the Republicans are just as institutionalist, and, we got to get rid of some of these bastards too, but it seems to me that for whatever reason, and I've talked about this throughout the years about Hillary Clinton and Bill Clinton. I mean, you have to understand, folks, when Bill Clinton was president, you don't think Hillary Clinton got the dirt of dirt on everybody? You don't think that she holds that over every single person? I mean, I told you all, folks, when I came back March 2016, that Hillary Clinton was so feared in the Democratic Party that the Democratic Party reluctantly gave her the nomination to be president. And I even said back then that they wanted Joe Biden. Remember that? Joe Biden. But that didn't happen. And the rest is history. And I also said that regardless, Bernie Sanders, even if he wins the nomination, he's not going to win the nomination. The rest is history. We're going to talk about the FBI being used as a political tool. We're going to talk about Robert Mueller's special counsel and how he should be investigated. We're going to talk about John Conyers. We all know that Mr. Sexual Harasser of the House out there, he's retiring. Talk a little bit about them, Al Franken, all those other women abusers out there in the Congress. We're going to talk about Obama. Obama's still out here giving speeches like he's the freaking president, man. Look, go away, Obama. We don't want to see you. You're a piece of crap. You're an anti-American piece of trash. We don't want to see your stupid, disgusting, anti-American face. You're history. And thanks to Donald Trump, your whole goddamn legacy is about to be history, too, there, you stupid anti-American piece of trash. Anyway, we're going to talk about his latest statement. I don't know if y'all heard this statement, folks, but the latest statement by Obama, he said in a speech, I believe it was in India, of all places, that we need to elect more women. There needs to be more women in power because, quote, men seem to be having a problem these days, and that's exactly what Obama said. We're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about women leaders. We're going to talk a little bit about that later. We're going to talk a little bit about Tillerson. Secretary of State Tillerson went to the EU, got a very chilly reception. It's obvious that these Eurocucks, they think that America's the great Satan now or some crap, and you know what? Good riddance as far as I'm concerned. These Eurocucks, they deserve whatever happens to them. All right, as far as I'm concerned. We're going to talk a little bit about Brexit, North Korea, and we're also going to talk about the Yemenis president yesterday. The president of Yemen was assassinated, which is putting a already very precarious situation into dire straits, to say the least. There's already a civil war going on over there. I'm going to try to break it down and let everybody know what the hell is going on in Yemen. But the president of Yemen was assassinated yesterday. We're going to talk about that. Anyway, that's what we're going to talk about today. But for right now, let's go ahead and get into the financial hour. Let's go ahead and talk crypto. All right, folks, cryptocurrencies. Yesterday, we saw major gains in the altcoins, to say the least. All right, if you did not profit yesterday, then there's something wrong with you, to say the least. I mean, you should have parlayed some of that crypto somewhere. If you look at the big board right now, I'm seeing it contract. And the reason I'm seeing it contract, folks, is because when you start seeing big runs on obscure coins, that's when you're starting to see that a possibility of a contraction happening. And these contractions are going to happen frequently because lest we forget, now that we've got cryptocurrency as a means of investment, you're not just having dorks and computer nerds investing in cryptocurrency. You've got legitimate Wall Street guys. You got legitimate investment firms. I mean, folks, Bitcoin futures are about to be traded in the CME, Chicago Mercantile Exchange. You've got the owner of the New York Stock Exchange saying that they may have been fools for not thinking of Bitcoin futures sooner. So the more and more we continue on this quest, or I should say this journey with Bitcoin and cryptocurrency, it is turning into legitimate investment. Now, with that being said, even though this is legitimate investment, there is no regulation, there is no oversight, and that's why the volatility on currencies, specifically crypto, is just unimaginable. You got to really catch it. It can happen a lot of the times when you're asleep at night. But this is what you have to do. I genuinely believe, folks, that if you have not gotten into cryptocurrency at this point, that we're still at the beginning. We're still at the beginning. Small and big and huge fortunes, wealth is going to be generated in cryptocurrency. And I strongly advise you to entertain this. And if you don't know any of the technicalities, like I suggested, if you don't know how to trade, you don't know how to mine, You don't know anything of that nature, that's fine. What I am suggesting to you is to obtain cryptocurrency, however you need to do so. They're now selling it at Bitcoin ATMs. You can Google that up to find your nearest Bitcoin ATM. You can, purchase it in a variety of different capacities. But whatever you do, obtain cryptocurrency, regardless of what it is. Get it and hoard it. Get it and hoard it as if it was gold, folks. All right, I'm telling you, you will thank me in like 2 or 3 years. People that I advised this past April, you can go back in the archive, blogtalkradio.com/ghost is the official website of the True Capitalist Radio Show. You take a look at last April of this year, when I started advising people to entertain cryptocurrency as an investment. Folks, Bitcoin was at $1,200. Ethereum was at $40. Dashcoin was at $40. All right, Litecoin was at $10. All right, we're still at the beginning, because lest we forget, folks, that this is not a stock market where it opens at a certain time, closes at a certain time, exclusive just to the American markets or something to that effect. No. This right here, folks, is currency. It's money. It never sleeps. And on top of that, folks, this currency is international. It's an international currency. It's worldwide, meaning that these currencies can be cashed out at any parts of the globe. Now, with that being said, for every person that begins to understand and take notice of cryptocurrency, that's one more person adding to the investment pool that is the cryptocurrency market. So all these traditional understandings of bubbles and, all this trash, it's not going to happen, because what's going to happen is you're going to have more and more people in the international community become aware of cryptocurrency. They're going to entertain it as an investment. They're going to hoard it. They're going to trade it. And as a result, the sky's the limit, because cryptocurrency encompasses everybody. I read a story, folks, about Zimbabwe farmers. Because Zimbabwe has ridiculous inflation to the point where it costs like $20,000, Zimbabwe dollars, of course, 20,000 Zimbabwe dollars for a damn roll of toilet paper or something to that effect. I mean, inflation is ridiculous. What is saving the Zimbabwe farmers out there is getting paid in Bitcoin. Getting paid in Bitcoin. As a matter of fact, Venezuela, that's how the folks in Venezuela are able to get around and survive in the underground, is through cryptocurrency. As a matter of fact, not only have the people taken notice of this, but that fat jelly-ass bastard Nicolas Maduro, the communist leader of Venezuela, has taken notice of this. This son of a bitch is going to make his own cryptocurrency. I mean, can you believe? I'm telling you. We're at the beginning, folks. So if you have not entertained cryptocurrency, whatever you need to do, just get it, hoard it. Remember, you can trade it for a product or service. You can use it to sell something and obtain crypto. And if you don't know how to get it, get a digital wallet first and foremost. All right, there are free wallets out there that are very easy to use. Exodus is a very easy digital wallet. Jax, Jaxx, is another nice, simple digital wallet. Get yourself one of these. Get yourself your digital address so people can send you crypto, or get your QR code and start accepting it. I'm telling you, folks, this could potentially set you up for retirement here. I'm not joking, okay? Just imagine the people that invested in this when Bitcoin was at a couple of bucks. I mean, I read an article about the first transaction, the first Bitcoin transaction was like 100 Bitcoin for a pizza being delivered. That was the actual first recorded transaction of Bitcoin. 100 Bitcoins for a pizza. 100 Bitcoins for a pizza. I mean, just imagine had that person just kept it Folks, let's go ahead and let's get to Bitcoin while we're at it. Bitcoin, symbol BTC. All right, symbol BTC. Current market capitalization for Bitcoin, and this is United States dollars, okay? This is real money, okay? $200 billion market capitalization for Bitcoin, baby. $200 billion, as in billion, as in B, billion dollars. Current circulating supply is 16.7 million in circulation. In the past 24 hours, Bitcoin has gone up 3.16%. The current price for Bitcoin, remember, I just mentioned that the first transaction for Bitcoin was 100 Bitcoin. Or excuse me, I'm sorry, I'm undercutting myself. Let me go ahead and repost this. Thank you very much for Pudge, Montana. It was 10,000 Bitcoins for 2 pizzas. Good God! And that was in 2010. Look at my Gab. Check out my Gab. I just posted it. Someone in 2010 bought 2 pizzas for 10,000 Bitcoin. 10,000 Bitcoin. Bitcoin price right now, folks, is $12,017.60 per Bitcoin. $12,000! So you do the math, okay? In 2010, somebody bought 2 pizzas for 10,000 Bitcoin. Why don't you multiply 10,000 times $12,000? That's how much somebody has if they would have kept all those damn Bitcoins in a damn hard drive somewhere. Do you understand me? And it's still not too late, folks, because in my personal opinion, I think that the current top cryptocurrencies of today are not going to be there tomorrow. I think that Bitcoin right now is on the top of mind of everybody who understands or tries to understand or thinks they understand cryptocurrency. It's more of an advertisement for crypto, Bitcoin at this point. It's a name brand type of a thing. But I don't think that Bitcoin is going to be the gold standard of crypto too much longer, folks. And I think that everybody that is in the crypto game understands this. I think everybody who's developing coins understands this. There is a crack in the door in which 1 or 2 or 3 new cryptocurrencies could potentially have the throne as king or queen of crypto. I'm not even joking around about this. I think that the throne is up for grabs as it pertains to the king of cryptocurrency, and that's what everybody's investing in right now. Everybody's investing for the next Bitcoin. So once again, Bitcoin, $12,017, all right, and 60 cents. Good God. Let's go ahead and get to Bitcoin Cash. Bitcoin Cash current market capitalization is $25 billion market capitalization. The current circulating supply for Bitcoin Cash is 16.8 million in circulation. In the past 24 hours, Bitcoin Cash has gone down 4.23% decrease for Bitcoin Cash. And, of course, that is symbol BCH. Bitcoin Cash symbol is BCH. Current price for Bitcoin Cash, $1,498.66 for Bitcoin Cash. And let's go ahead and cover all the Bitcoins. We'll go to Bitcoin Gold. Bitcoin Gold symbol BTG. Current market capitalization for Bitcoin Gold is $5 billion market capitalization. The current circulating supply for Bitcoin Gold is 16.6 million in circulation. In the past 24 hours, BTG has gone down 7.12% decrease in a 24-hour period. Current price for Bitcoin Gold, $303.36 for Bitcoin Gold. Now, I want to talk a little bit about this one cryptocurrency that is literally going through the roof, and it's been going through the roof for a while, and I haven't covered it. And I want to be honest with you why I haven't covered it, okay? I'm talking about the cryptocurrency called IOTA. Symbol MIOTA. IOTA. Now, for you folks that are unaware, you take a look at the chart, IOTA has literally gone from a penny cryptocurrency to almost $4 a crypto, okay? Now, the reason that we're seeing such a run on IOTA is because Microsoft has signed some sort of exclusive deal or is in somehow conjunction with IOTA, and it's going to use IOTA in its exclusively in its, I don't know, Microsoft Marketplace or some crap, all right? Well, I want to be honest, I don't like this coin one bit. First of all, let's take a look at what is causing the run. This partnership with Microsoft. Let's be honest, folks. When was the last time Microsoft made anything worth a crap besides the damn Xbox? I mean, it's crap. I mean, Microsoft was way behind when, Apple had invented these devices, these handheld devices, these iPads, and iPhones, and iPods, and I mean, they were way behind on the cell phone technology and applications. They were just way behind. All right, first and foremost. I mean, if anybody who is listening to my voice and you're listening to me on a Windows 10, you know what I'm talking about. It's crap. Microsoft is utter garbage. All right? Instead of Windows, I call it Wind Blows because it sucks. It sucks. First and foremost. Secondly, all right, let's take a look at the market cap. All right, current market capitalization for IOTA, symbol MIOTA. Current market capitalization is $11 billion. This thing has just come out of nowhere. $11 billion. Let's go ahead and take a look at how many of these sons of bitches are in circulation. Okay? Because this is really what's mind-boggling, and I don't understand what's making this run. There are over 2.7 billion. 2.7 billion IOTA in circulation. I mean, that doesn't make any sense. That doesn't make any kind of sense. Now, if you want my personal opinion, this is my opinion. I don't have any facts to back this up. But one can assume, in my opinion, that considering IOTA is in this relationship with Microsoft and considering 3 or 4 guys that started Microsoft are in the top 10 richest people in the world, it's of my opinion that maybe, just maybe, some of these billionaires are buying up their own coin to run up the goddamn coin's price. I don't know, that's my opinion. But they certainly do have the financial resources to do something like that, wouldn't they? I mean, lest we forget, Bill Gates was once the richest man in the world. He's still in the top 10, top 5, as a matter of fact. You got his partner, Paul Allen. Paul Allen's still in the top 10 richest men in the world. You've got Steve Ballmer. I think he's still in the top 10 richest men in the world. I mean, I'm just saying, IOTA and this so-called relationship with Microsoft means dick. Excuse my French. It means nothing. And if you want, I strongly advise you to profit for as long as you profit, but I would not throw long-term money in this. And the only reason I'm covering it is because people have been asking me about it. They're like, Ghost, what the hell? I mean, what is this? I mean, is it worth it? I'm telling you right now, I think it's a bunch of crap. I mean, over 2.7 billion with a B, over 2.7 billion in circulation. Give me a break. In the past 24 hours, though, it's gone up 47.48%. It's been going up at that rate for the past 2 weeks. And in my personal view, I just think that this is not long-term investment territory. And the only reason I'm covering it is to give you my personal assessment of it. And that's my personal assessment. I think it's trash. All right? I wouldn't be surprised, in my opinion, if these assholes related to Microsoft weren't buying up their own coin to run this damn thing up. I mean, 2.7 billion in circulation. I mean, give me a break. Anyway, current price for IOTA, symbol MIOTA, $3.97 per IOTA. I mean, give me a break. I'm just saying, folks. I know people wanted me to cover it. I'm covering it. All right. Now let's go ahead and get to Dash, folks. Dash, which is, once again, a very stable coin. It's been on a run as of late, but contracting slowly but surely since its giant run. Let's go ahead and get to it. Symbol DASH. Current market capitalization for Dash is $5.8 billion market capitalization. The current circulating supply, very nice low circulating supply for Dash, 7.7 million in circulation. In the past 24 hours, Dash has gone down 2.11% in a 24-hour period. The current price for Dash, symbol DASH, current price, $754.89 per Dash. I'm telling you, folks, that was a pretty good investment. If you would have listened to me when Dash was at about $300 2 weeks ago, you'd be generously rewarded today. I'm just saying. Let's get to Litecoin, symbol LTC. Current market capitalization for Litecoin is $5.6 billion in market capitalization. The current circulating supply for Litecoin is 54 million in circulation. In the past 24 hours, Litecoin has gone up modestly, 0.32%. Litecoin's current price, and what did I tell you about Litecoin? Once we went over the 84 mark, we were going to see 100 like that, and that's what exactly we're seeing. Current price for Litecoin, $103.67 per Litecoin. And folks, what did I tell you about Monero? All right, I'm going to be honest with you. All right, I like Monero because of the runs that it has. I don't like the fact that Monero is going to have, it potentially could be created by a freaking brony. But I still cover it, folks, because what did I tell you? The big, huge runs that we have on this particular coin itself. And let's go ahead and get to it. Let's talk about it. Monero, symbol XMR, current market capitalization for Monero, and boy, it has been running, folks. If you would have entertained this coin, you'd be generously rewarded. Current market capitalization is $4.4 billion in market capitalization. All right, the current circulating supply for Monero is 15.4 million in circulation. 15.4 million in circulation. Folks, in the past 24 hours, Monero has gone up 36.23%. Good God! Current price for Monero, symbol XMR, current price $288.42 per Monero. Folks, back in April and May when I started covering cryptocurrencies, all right, Monero was at about $15. All right, I'm just saying. Let's continue on, folks. I want to cover EOS, symbol EOS. Once again, I don't know what is making this crypto run. It's been running for the past month. Like I said, last month it was about 50 cents, and it has just kept running. I don't know what the hell's going on, so I'm covering it and continuing to cover it. Current market capitalization for EOS is $2.2 billion in market cap. The current circulating supply for EOS is 519 million in circulation. In the past 24 hours, EOS has gone up 8.76% increase in a 24-hour period. Current price for EOS, $4.30 per EOS cryptocurrency. Unfreaking believable. Unreal. Anyway, let's continue going. What else we have here? We got Quantum. Now, Quantum, folks, is starting to become a little bit of a pattern trading, crypto trading, swing trading play for those that are kind of high roller cryptocurrency rollers out here. There's a lot of people that are high rollers in crypto. So you see a lot of bouncing around in Quantum. It's definitely a decent pattern or swing trading play. Let's go ahead and get to Quantum, symbol QTUM. Current market capitalization for Quantum is $961 million in market capitalization. The current circulating supply for Quantum is 73 million in circulation. In the past 24 hours, it has gone down a little bit, gone down 5.42%. Current price for Quantum, symbol QTUM, current price $13.05 per Quantum. Now, let's go ahead and get to LISK, folks. Remember I was talking about LISK a couple of shows back because of the potential increase, because of a rebranding situation. This could be a rebranding play for this particular crypto. When I was covering it, I think LISK was at around $5, $5 and change. Let's go ahead and look at it right now. Symbol LSK. Symbol LSK, current market capitalization for LISK is $1.1 billion market capitalization. The current circulating supply for LISK is 115 million in circulation. In the past 24 hours, LISK has gone up 11.87% increase for LISK. Good God. Current price for LISK, symbol LSK, current price $9.72 per LISK cryptocurrency. Let's go ahead and get to Zcash, folks, symbol ZEC. And once again, I like this particular play. Zcash is a good play. I think it's a good long-term play. It's ripe for mining right now, so if you happen to be somebody who happens to have your own miner, your own hardware, this would be something that to entertain for mining. I mean, in my personal opinion. Now, I know folks have been buying those Zcash Genesis-mining.com contracts like they're going out of style. Folks, there are no more mining contracts on Genesis-mining.com except for Monero. That's it. And by the way, you could purchase a Monero cryptocurrency mining contract for 2 years and use the hash power to mine whatever you want when you log into your control panel at Genesis-mining.com. Genesis-mining.com. And once again, folks, if you are entertaining a third-party mining contract through Genesis-mining, use the discount code, baby. Get a discount. WEA296. Discount code WEA296. There's only Monero left, baby. They were selling out like hotcakes. I'm telling you, everybody knows that cryptocurrency means serious money. Zcash, let's cover it. ZEC, current market capitalization for Zcash is $897 million market capitalization. Now let's take a look at the circulating supply because it's very, very low. Current circulating supply for Zcash is 2.7 million. 2.7 million in circulation. In the past 24 hours, Zcash has gone down 1.39% decrease in a 24-hour period. Current price for Zcash, symbol ZEC, current price $323.68 per Zcash. Good God, man. I'm not even joking. I'm telling you. I mean, I'm trying to plant seeds out there, man. I'm trying to tell you where the money's at. Let me cover one or two more coins, then we're going to go ahead and cover the markets. Let's talk about salt. Remember me talking about salt a couple of shows back? Symbol SALT. Well, folks, salt has made a hell of a run. When I suggested people entertain salt, it was at about $3 and change. Let's go ahead and take a look at it right now. Salt, symbol SALT. Current market capitalization is $318 million market capitalization. The current circulating supply for salt is 50 million in circulation. Now, we have seen a little bit of a pullback today. In the past 24 hours, it has gone down 6.64% decrease. But, folks, the current price for salt, $6.27 per salt cryptocurrency. What did I tell you? Let's go ahead and get to Genosis or Gnosis, symbol GNO. Now, do y'all remember when I covered this particular crypto when it was at $59, $60? And the reason I suggested it was because I said that it was at a bottom, and it was at a rock bottom to entertain it, that the highest that this damn cryptocurrency has been is $350+. Now, I hope that some of you entertain this Genosis play because you would have profited very generously. Let's go ahead and get to it. Gnosis or Genosis, symbol GNO. The current market capitalization for Gnosis is $155 million market cap. Now take a look at this. Gnosis, it's only 1.1 million Gnosis in circulation right now. Only 1.1 million. That's it. In the past 24 hours, Gnosis has gone up 9.55% increase in a 24-hour period. Now remember, folks, when I covered this, I told you all at $59, $60 that Gnosis was at a bottom. But did anybody listen? I hope some of you did, because the current price for Gnosis, GNO, the current price, $140.43 per Gnosis. Oh my good God! Anyway, let's continue going. I want to cover 2 or 3 more cryptos here. I want to talk about Civic, folks. Have you ever heard of Civic? Symbol CVC. The current market cap for Civic is $134 million market cap. The current circulating supply for Civic is 342 million in circulation. In the past 24 hours, it has gone up 0.78%. Now, the reason that I'm covering this is because they just added it onto the Exodus wallet, which typically encourages the increase in frequency in trade, in acquisition, and we saw and we're continuing to see an increase in this particular crypto, and it's pretty cheap for all those folks that are looking for a cheap play to get yourself some decent liquidity. All right, symbol CVC, current price 39 cents. Now, folks, Civic was as low as, I believe, 20 cents. I think I got in at 20-something cents, and I've been holding ever since. It's one of these real cheap penny crypto plays, and I'm going to be covering penny crypto plays so that people can, hook it up, so they can make a little bit of coin, make a little bit of liquidity out here. One more, Funfair, folks. Let's talk a little bit about Funfair. Now, for you folks who are unaware, Funfair is a cryptocurrency that is being generated specifically for online gaming through the blockchain via smart contracts. Now, the whole development of smart contract, blockchain, casino technology is still under development, but the individuals at Funfair, not only are they helping develop that technology, but they are going to use Funfair exclusively as the means of conducting some kind of a gambling transaction. So, and I think that it's pretty cheap. I mean, we just talked about IOTA, all right? I mean, what's the circulating supply again for IOTA? I mean, 2.7 billion, and it's already almost $4. I mean, that should tell you something, folks. I'm just saying, let's go to Funfair. Current market capitalization, and of course the symbol is FUN. All right, Funfair, current market capitalization is 125 million in market cap. The current circulating supply for Funfair is 4.2 billion in circulation. In the past 24 hours, it has gone down a little bit, but this is a very, very cheap crypto in which you can own a considerable portion for a cheap price. And I think that this could be a play like a Cardano, in which it's like 1 or 2 cents for a considerable time, and then it's just going to pop up to 12, 15, 16 cents. Let's go ahead and take a look at the current price for Funfair, symbol FUN, 2.029 cents, almost 3 cents. Now, the reason I'm bringing this up, folks, is I brought this up to the inner circle. We made a move on this about 2 weeks ago when Funfair was at a penny. It has gradually moved up to close to 3 cents. I think that there's plenty of room to grow on this one. I definitely see this as a Cardano situation. The only difference is Cardano, in my opinion, is somewhat of a scam, because the only place you can get Cardano is I think, Bittrex, if I'm not mistaken. All right? And secondly, Funfair is something that you can get on a considerable amount of different exchanges. You can get it on Bittrex, you can get it on Binance, you can get it on HitBTC, Gate.io, Nova Exchange, etc. So in my personal opinion, I think that there's a lot of room to grow on this particular coin. Take a look at it. It's easily worth throwing about $50 in it and forgetting about it and see what happens. But just consider it. Now, last coin, but certainly not least, is the coin that yours truly is the official spokesperson for, and I'm talking about 42 coin, baby. I hope that you all listen, all right? 42 coin, symbol 42, all right? Current circulating supply for 42 coin is 42 coins. That's it. It's already all mined, all circulation. And what have I told you? The 3 ways to play this coin is long-term investment, a hedge against any kind of contraction in the market. And I think that we're slowly moving into a contraction. So once you see your liquidity start moving into the negative, folks, seriously consider hedging your profits, your liquidity in this coin right here. It does not move. As a matter of fact, it gains when it comes down to contraction time. It's one of the few coins that are actually in the green during contraction time. So once again, long-term investment is one way to play it. A hedge against any contraction is another way to play it. And folks, a pattern or swing trading play on 42 is more than appropriate. I mean, you've got swings on this thing that are in the thousands, $2,000 or $3,000 swings. So that's why I'm saying, folks, what we're witnessing right here is a coin that is definitely for the crypto investor, and that's why I'm covering it. And then, not to mention, that's why yours truly is invested considerably in it. Yours truly, in the inner circle, we are the spokespeople for this coin, folks. We own a considerable portion of it. And the reason is because this coin, and I'm telling you, if you don't believe me, watch. 2018, this is going to be worth $1 million a coin. It's going to be worth $1 million a coin. So I would strongly advise you just to obtain some of it, and you'll be thanking me next year. All right, I'm not even joking around. You'll be thanking me next year. Anyway, 42 coins, current price, $23,268.50 per 42 coin. Do you understand? I'm telling you, man, this is the way it is. I hope that you people would entertain this goddamn coin here. I'm just saying. Anyway, that concludes our crypto coverage for this evening, folks. Let's go ahead and make an easy transition into the stock market, to say the least. All right. Now, before I get to anything, before I get to the stock market, I do want to remind everybody that we are kind of in a precarious situation when it comes to political... what's going on in the politics is affecting the guys in Wall Street, is what I'm saying. You know, this whole FBI being used as a political tool, the uncertainty in the tax cuts. I know that the Senate passed the tax cuts, but they got to go to committee, both the House and Senate representatives, to iron out the different versions that the House and the Senate passed. And as a result, folks, you're having a lot of uncertainty in Wall Street, and that's why you're seeing a little bit of a contraction. Moreover, folks, the dollar has been raising considerably. Have you seen the integrity of the dollar, the value of the dollar? It's been going up and up and up and up. And the reason? Well, because, folks, take a look at the rest of the world right now. I'm just saying, take a look at the rest of the world. All right? Anyway, let's go ahead and get to the Dow Jones Industrial. We're seeing a slight pullback. Remember, we're in all-time highs, baby, and you're going to have people, it's Christmas time, they're going to want to, sell out a little bit. They're going to want to, buy their little boy Billy the best toys or whatever. You're going to buy him a new bike or whatever the crap is. They got to do the whole family deal. So people are going to be selling out. I mean, it's traditional what happens during Christmas time. Not to mention, we get closer to the end of the year. What people like to do is they like to sell off right before the end of the year and then buy back in when the new year starts for tax purposes. I don't want to explain why, but people do that. So these are a lot of things to think about when investing in going into the new year. Now, once these tax cuts are finally set in stone, And once they are, and look, folks, what's really scary about this is that when it gets to committee, the Senate, in their version, they don't want these tax cuts to be implemented until 2019. The House wants these tax cuts to be implemented for fiscal year 2018. So I would strongly advise you all, if you're very concerned about your economic situation, to call your senator and say that we must have these tax cuts instantaneously, immediately for fiscal year 2018. Because if we're going to wait till 2019 so that we can take advantage of the tax cuts, it's going to slow an already bustling economy down. I mean, we're on our way up. We're already at 3% plus GDP growth. And if we have this tax cut and it's finally set in stone, folks, I would not be surprised to see 5% at the end of fourth quarter 2018. I mean, we're already seeing 3% GDP growth based upon what Donald Trump's just doing as president. These tax cuts are going to send GDP growth into arenas that we couldn't even fathom. And that's why I'm suggesting, folks, we need to have it for fiscal year 2018 so that we can instantaneously see the economic benefits of the Make America Great Again economic policy. So once again, please tweet at your congressman, Facebook message your congressman, email your congressman, actually your senator, because it's the House of Representatives in their version that wants it, the tax cut to automatically be implemented in 2018. The Senate version wants it in 2019, but we need it in 2018. Let's go ahead and get to the Dow Jones Industrials. It was down today 109.41 points, a percentage decrease of 0.45%, closing out the Dow at 24,180.64 points for the Dow Jones Industrials. Let's go ahead and get to the S&P 500. It was also down today. Pretty much of a helter-skelter situation. We were somewhat up in the morning. Then come lunchtime, everything just started going down. S&P 500 is down 9.87 points, a percentage decrease of 0.37%. Closing out the S&P at 2,629.57 points for the S&P 500. We've got the NASDAQ. The NASDAQ is also down 13.15 points, a percentage decrease of 0.19%, closing out the NASDAQ at 6,762.22 points for the NASDAQ composite. So once again, a little bit of decrease, but that's because we're at all-time highs. Maybe people may be cashing out. And once again, they may be spooked at some of the political uncertainty that we're seeing within our own goddamn government, to say the least. To say the damn least. Anyway, folks, let's go ahead and get to commodities. Let's get to energy. Energy took a little bit on the teeth today. Why? Because we saw an increase in the dollar's value. Let's see how much that affected the energy markets. Get to WTI sweet crude. It's down 24 cents today, a percentage decrease of 0.42%. Closing out WTI at $57.38 per barrel of WTI sweet crude. We've got Brent crude also down today, 25 cents. A percentage decrease of 0.40%, closing out Brent crude at $62.61 per barrel of Brent crude oil. We've got gasoline down today, 1.03% decrease. Natural gas is up 0.17% increase. And heating oil is slightly down today, 0.59% decrease for heating oil. Let's go ahead and get to the metals, shall we? The metals! Let's get to the goddamn metals! Let's go ahead and get to gold. Gold is slightly up today, $2.10, a percentage increase of 0.17%, closing out gold at $1,267 per troy ounce of gold. Let's go ahead and get to silver. It was also modestly up today, 4 cents, a percentage increase of 0.23%. Silver closing out $16.11 per troy ounce of silver, and I really like these prices on silver. I want to be completely honest with you, man. Very, very bullish prices on silver. We've got copper up today 0.80%, and platinum is up 0.05% for platinum. I mean, good God. What else do we have here, folks? Go ahead and get to agriculture, okay? Corn, it is down 0.14%. Wheat is unchanged today. Oats is down 0.20%. Rough rice is up 1.23%. Soybean is down 0.05%. Soybean oil is down 0.24%. And canola is unchanged for the day. Let's go ahead and get to the soft, shall we? We've got cocoa. Cocoa is down today considerably for some reason. It is down 3.54%. What is this? America doesn't have a sweet tooth anymore? I mean, it's the holidays! I don't get it. Anyway, we've got coffee.
Hey, dude, don't talk to me. Don't talk to me unless I have my coffee, because I'm a fruity-ass little hipster fruit bowl.
Shut up! Freaking coffee. And I also want to take this opportunity to remind everybody to boycott Starbucks. Boycott Starbucks. Anyway, coffee is down 0.86%. We got sugar. It is down 1.06%. Orange juice is on its way up. It's up 0.15%. Cotton is down 0.10%. Lumber is considerably down. It is down 2.31% decrease. Rubber is down 2.72%. And ethanol is down 0.22%. Let's go ahead and get the livestock, shall we? All right, we got live cattle. It is down today 0.54%. We've got cattle feeder down today, 1.42% decrease for cattle feeder. And lean hog, folks, is down 1.64% decrease on the day. Wow, you can tell that the dollar is rised in value. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, with that being said, folks, that, my friends, is the markets for your ass, all right? And as a matter of fact, let me go ahead and take a drink of my water, because yours truly is trying to take a break from copious amounts of alcohol beverage consumption, and I'm just trying to clean out a little bit, just trying to clean out just a bit. So, go into some nice old sophisticated H2O, you know, some spring water. Some spring water going on out here. Anyway, folks, before we get into anything else, I do want to remind everybody, since we just finished covering cryptocurrencies and we just finished covering the markets, I do want to remind everybody that people should utilize this particular exchange to be able to capitalize on some major liquidity during these volatile markets, all right? And I'm talking about Whale Club. Let me go ahead and post this up, folks. And the only reason I'm posting this up is because I want everybody to take advantage of these swings, man. This is a perfect swing and pattern trading exchange here. Take a look at my Gab right now. All right, you could use Bitcoin or Dash to pattern trade the stock market, commodities, Forex, bonds, and the crypto market. Folks, I have literally made 2 Dash coins. I'm not even joking, made 2 Dash coins pattern trading the volatility of Bitcoin, of Dash, of Monero. It is unbelievable. So take a look at my Gab right now. Click that link. They will give you bonus if you click that link and deposit Bitcoin into your account. And I would also advise, take it easy if you happen to leverage, all right? I mean, don't be too confident and trade too much on margin there, okay? And once again, you can use Bitcoin or Dash to trade on that exchange if you think that it's going to be a good day in the NASDAQ, a good day in the Dow, a good day or a bad day. You can also short. You can also short crypto if you think that cryptos are going to pull back. You can short Bitcoin. You can short Monero. So I'm just trying to plant seeds. I want as many people as they possibly can to profit. So take a look at my Gab. Click that link right there, Whale Club. They will give you a bonus on whatever you deposit and make liquidity, baby. Make money. Make money, baby. Anyway, folks, let's go ahead and get to some Gab Shout Outs right now, folks. And for all those that are unaware, if you want a Gab Shout Out live right here on the broadcast, all you've got to do is like the Gab post that states, "It's Taco Tuesday, True Capitalist Radio is now live." If you like that post that states, "It's Taco Tuesday, True Capitalist Radio is now live," I'll give you a Twitter shout out, or Twitter, screw Twitter! Screw those potholes at Twitter! Screw them all! I'll give you a Gab shout out. My apologies. Check out my Gab right now. Let's go ahead and do that. Hey, engineer, do we have any Gab shout outs to be had by any chance? All right, well, let's go ahead and get to some Gab shout-outs right now. All right, who do we have here? We've got, I'm not saying that disgusting name. We've got KFVKF. I don't know what the hell that means. My Little Notes. Whatever the hell that's supposed to mean, for Christ's sake. Charcoalfornia. Yeah, Charcoalfornia. That's pretty funny. I saw Daddy pausing Santa Claus. I saw Daddy pausing Santa Claus? You sick prick, shut up! Just shut up! We got Mr. Alligator. We got Maduro shitcoin will crash the market. I don't think so. I don't think anybody's going to give a crap. We got the Texas Forkers. Like, shut up about the damn Texas Martyrs, boy. Don't you dare. Don't you dare. We got Lord Vulcan in the house. The Trans Fork. Did you put a freaking pair of balls on a fork? For Christ. Jesus. You put a pair of balls on a fork, asshole? When the hell is that going to end? When the hell is that troll going to stop and die? Oh, Jesus Christ, man. And here we go. Another freaking show. Give me the mic. Yeah, here we go again. Here it is, huh? Real funny, you stupid moron. We got Supa in the house. We've got the 4 Horse Forkers. The 4 Horse Forkers, you idiot. Shut up with the forks, all right? Stick a fork up your ass. Elf Janier. Stupid morons, man. Bud Dwyer headshot. Yeah, that's real funny. Hey, you know, Bud Dwyer and that televised suicide, that actually was the inspiration for the Filter song, "Hey Man, Nice Shot." Just FYI. We got Correctional Officer Wilksey. We've got Eaglecock in the house. What's going on to Eaglecock? What's going on to BN King? We've got no tax cuts for hairless. Look, you asshole, I'm not bald! You asshole! I don't know how many times I'm going to tell you assholes this, man. I am not. Repeat that. Let that swirl around in your stupid head. I am not bald. Shut up. Just give me the... Jesus Christ, man. I'm not bald, assholes. I'm sick. I'm just sick of this crap. We got Blasphemous Bastard in the house. What's going on? We got Annan. Ghost got forked. Just shut up. Scarlet Forkin' Moonshine. Whatever the hell that means. What's going on to Dick Burns? What's going on? There's Bloodfart. Dick Bandit. What's going on? What else we got? I'm not going to say these sick names, man. I'm not going to say these sick names. What's going on to Sean Jones? Spooncoin. What the hell is Spooncoin? What's going on to Chris Hyde? We've got Bank of England first, 42 coin next. What the hell does that mean? What the hell is that supposed to mean? Stupid idiots. We got Twilly Atkins, that bitch horse. Jenda Sawyer. Ghost is Mike Francesca. No, man, I got more talent than that fruit. We got, I'm not going to say that name for Christ's sake, man. What do we have here? Fork the Martyrs. Fork the Martyrs? Screw you! Screw you! Don't talk about the Texas Martyrs like that, boy! Don't you dare talk about the Texas Martyrs! I'm telling you assholes, y'all talk mad garbage on the internets about the Texas Martyrs. Come down here to Texas and talk that crap, you piece of trash. Come on down here to Texas and talk that way about the Texas Martyrs and see if your ass don't get kicked into dog meat, boy. Give me the goddamn mic. I'm telling you, man. All right, we are now in the second hour of the True Capitalist Radio broadcast. And, of course, I am your host, the man they call Ghost, yada, yada, yada. Look, I'm tired of this disrespect, man. I literally give you idiots millions of dollars of information absolutely free, and the majority of you men, children, autistic, Asperger losers are just like, troll, Gab Shout Outs. I'm serious, man. I don't know. I mean, it's hard. It's hard to keep getting motivated to continue to do this broadcast when you've got a bunch of losers just trying to make my life a living hell on the internets, man. I mean, all I'm trying to do is do a decent show, for Christ's sake. That's all I'm trying to do. But no, I can't do it. These morons. This is what I gotta put up with, for Christ's sake. Jesus Christ, man. Odd Sock Albin? What the hell does that mean? Osama bin Albin? Look, shut up! Shut up, you stupid son of a bitch! You all shut up! I know what you mean by that, you piece of crap! I know what you stupid, stinking internet troll bastards mean by that! I know what you mean by that! Piece of crap! Give me the mic, give me the mic! Look, man. I'll end this damn broadcast right now. You keep messing with me like that. Do you understand that? I'll end this goddamn broadcast if you keep messing with me. Don't mess with me. Don't mess with me. I'm telling you, just don't mess with me. All right? Don't mess with me. Consequences will never be the same. You piece of crap! I'm not doing any more Gab Shout Outs. You know what? You trolls can go shove it up your ass. Alright? I'm not doing any more Gab Shout Outs. How do you like that? You stupid autist! You stupid athlete! You stupid man children! I wish this was your fate! I wish this was your autistic half-a-tard! I wish this was your goddamn face! All of you ask me, autist man! All of you! I'm sick of you, autist man! I'm tired of them! And you, I'm talking to you parents out there. If you happen to be a parent to these goddamn autists, for Christ's sake, stop pussy pampering these cards! Stop pussy pampering these stupid autistic tards. You're doing the world a disservice. I'm telling you, I want to be honest with you. Ever since we started cracking down on bullying, ever since we started cracking down on bullying, we've had this infestation, this utter infestation of autist and Asperger pricks, and I'm tired of it. We need to make bullying great again. You know, I mean, whatever happened to bullying? I mean, that's the only thing these autists and these Aspergers need. They need a beating. They need somebody to slap them into reality that no one's going to take their stupid meltdown because they'll have their teeth shoved so far down their throat they'll be able to chew their own ass. I'm not joking around. I'm sick of you autists. You make me sick. You autists, you Aspergers, you people make me sick. We need to make bullying great again. We need to start bullying you asses. That's what you need, man. That's all. You don't need no goddamn psychotropic drugs. You need to get slapped around. But no, Mommy and Daddy, they don't want to do that, don't they, huh? They don't want to do that. Stupid dumb tards, man. I'm not get the goddamn Gab Shout Outs out of my face. I'm not going to sit here and continue to appease a bunch of tards. I'm moving on to something else. I got production notes, for Christ's sake, man. People take this show serious. This show is serious business. But the reason we can't take it serious, because let's be honest, man, we got a bunch of autists and a bunch of Aspergers on the goddamn internet right now that shouldn't be on there. Do you understand me? We got a bunch of autists and Asperger assholes that are on the internet that should not be on here.
Blog Talk Radio. Welcome to Blog Talk Radio. Please hold and you will be able to listen to the show.
They're talking about not, giving guns to people who happen to have autism or Asperger's. I'm not joking around, man. And I have mixed feelings about that. I'm going to be completely honest. Because I think that you people are a danger to society. I think that, because you stupid, dumb little pussy pampered, fruity ass meltdown autist, because everybody has catered to your stupid, dumb asses, that once the real world kind of slaps you in the face, you can't take it, and you decide to get a goddamn weapon and start going ape shit, for Christ's sake. Give me a freaking break. And look, I don't care, people are gabbing at me saying, that's your audience. You got a bunch of autists, and it's your audience. Hey, I don't want it to be my audience. How about that? All right? I don't want that to be my audience. They just keep coming back because they're stupid. They keep coming back because they're dumb. They're gluttons for punishment. They don't have a day. I'm not joking around, man. I'm so sick of these Asperger autist pricks. You know what? If you don't like what I'm saying about Asperger's and autists, then turn off the damn radio show, all right? I'm not asking you dumb tards to listen, because it's obvious that you stupid tards, instead of actually listening to the substance of the broadcast that can actually make your life something, that can actually make you independent, no, you don't. You'd rather be up Mommy's skirt and have her get you a new video game or some new goddamn anime cartoon or some crap like that. Make me sick. Make me sick. Anyway, look, go screw yourselves. All you autists and all you Aspergers that are all pissed off, go play with, go play with an anime pillowcase or whatever the hell you stupid, ballless, no life having antisocial pieces of waste of human life do. I'm talking to the capitalists now, all right? I'm talking to the people that actually mean something, all right? You autists, you Aspergers, you know what you mean. You know what purpose you serve? You serve a purpose on getting psychologists foreign cars and shit. You understand? That's the purpose you serve. You serve the purpose of psychotropic drugs, kicking back referral fees to psychologists so that they can dispense it to you dumb people. Stupid! You're stupid! Anyway, I'm tired. That's enough. I'm tired of talking about these stupid man-children, all right? And you know what's sad about it? What's sad about it is I'm the only one that talks this way about autists and Asperger's, and everyone else is afraid to talk about it because, oh my God, you know, you're talking about autists, and they're such a protected class. They got to be protected, and they need to be freaking put in an insane asylum, as far as I'm concerned, man. And look, I can attest to this. I can attest to this. Anyway, look, I'm going to talk about Donald Trump, all right? That's going to make me feel better, all right? That's going to make me feel better, and it's going to get my mind off these stupid man-children that deserve to be Soylent Green, as far as I'm concerned. All right, let's talk about Trump. Now, aside from the bad news that we're going to get to in a minute, let's talk about the good news. All right, once again, folks, Trump continues to win. Trump continues to kick ass and take names. The Supreme Court upheld his travel ban to these Muslim terrorist countries, even though you had that ridiculous Ninth Circuit of cuckery attempting to try to overthrow every goddamn thing Trump tries to do. The Supreme Court sided with Trump on this travel ban. So what now? What are you leftists going to do now? I mean, you people are like Justin Trudeau in Canada cuckland over there. You got Trudeau not only wanting ISIS fighters to come into his country, but he's paying their bill out there like an idiot. That's what you idiots want, and I can't understand it, man. I mean, to be honest with you, that's why I cannot rationalize with people on the left. I don't want to rationalize with people on the left. All right? People on the left are just as sick and ridiculous as Asperger's and autists. Because every time there's a terrorist act, and just take a look at the most cuckeries of cuckery countries, like Britannia, I hate to say, or any of the European Union countries, whenever they get hit up with Islamic terrorism from people they let into their own country with open arms, instead of trying to crack down on the problem, these people are like wearing the death that they had at the behest of an Islamic extremist as a badge of honor. As a badge of honor, for Christ's sake, man. I mean, these liberals want to be killed by a Muslim. I mean, that's how sick we have gotten in this leftism. It's a disease, man. I mean, all Trump's trying to do with this travel ban is to prevent assholes that are battle-hardened jihadists from coming into this country and killing us. Just like what's happening to Europe. I mean, lest we forget, Europe let these people into their country with open arms. I mean, it's not as if the countries that accepted these refugees were hostile in any capacity. I mean, they accepted them as true socialists, like, yes, come on, open borders, come on over. And now they're being ravaged, they're being raped, they're being completely taken over by the refugees that they let into their countries. I mean, I'm not even joking around. Even the government is siding with these refugees in Germany. Remember, Germany used to be a very sexually open society, you know? Very sexually open. A lot of women showing off, a lot of cleavage out there. I mean, prior to the whole refugee influx, Germany was known to be a sexual deviant country, for Christ's sake. I mean, it ain't no thing to go out there and have a menage, just hanging out at a bar out there in Germany. Well, not no more. Not no more, boy. No, what you have now is you've got the government of Germany telling women that, well, if you don't want, jihadis or wild Yehudis raping you, well, then don't show leg. Don't show your breastises. Don't show your assets. I mean, now all of a sudden they're siding with the jihadis as it pertains to German culture. And I'm telling you this right now, folks. These people that were against the travel ban, these are the same people that were for it out there in the European Union and Britannia, and look at how that has worked out for them. Look at how that has worked out for them. Not to mention, folks, I don't know if y'all saw this yesterday, Donald Trump lifts the mass federal land confiscation that was happening under Obama. I don't know if y'all folks remember the Bundy Ranch standoff when Bundy and his ranch were grazing cattle and were met with potential armed resistance by the FBI, and it was a legitimate standoff in which Bundy was going to cross the line that was put forth by the FBI, and the FBI was armed, and the Bundys took a big chance in Nevada when they crossed the line because they were hoping, and they were right, fortunately enough, that the FBI would not open fire on American citizens that were unarmed. And fortunately enough, when the Bundys crossed that line in Nevada during the land confiscation during the Obama years, the FBI did not fire on Bundy or his family when grazing the cattle in Nevada. But that's another one of these draconian socialist laws that was passed by Obama. Donald Trump has signed an executive order basically throwing a kibosh on this mass federal land confiscation that's happened under Obama, and thank God. Thank God for that. And not to mention, folks, let's get to the real nitty-gritty. Let's get to the bad news. Now, the bad news is, folks, is that we are witnessing a constitutional crisis in which we are witnessing unelected deep state bureaucrats attempting to collude in a conspiratorial capacity in an attempt to remove a voted-in president. A voted-in president. Now, if you folks have not been aware of what's going on here, this special counsel that has been appointed to investigate Russia-Trump, headed up by the ex-FBI director Robert Mueller, it has come out that one of the FBI agents that resided in the special counsel, FBI agent by the name of Peter Stork, was kicked off of the Mueller special counsel because it was found that this man was having an affair with another FBI agent by the name of Lisa Page, and this idiot was literally texting this broad saying that he was actually doing things in favor of Hillary Clinton, in favor of the Democrats, hating on Donald Trump, and this is an FBI agent that was on the special counsel that had to be dismissed. This Peter Stork, folks, okay, that was kicked off of the Mueller special counsel, Peter Stork, not only was he an anti-Trump hater, Peter Stork was the guy who interviewed Michael Flynn. Now, I want to explain to you how they interviewed Michael Flynn. They interviewed Michael Flynn, Peter Stork, and another agent, and in a nonchalant capacity talked to Flynn, in which Flynn interpreted the conversation as nothing more than a conversation between an agent and a national security advisor, an off-the-record type conversation. Instead, Peter Stork utilized that tactic as a means to basically use that against Flynn in this charge in which Flynn is pleading guilty to lying to the FBI. I mean, and this is legal for the FBI to do this, folks. So whenever an FBI agent is talking to you, even if they're claiming to be friendly or off the record, don't say nothing. they're going to build a case against you, and that's exactly what Peter Strzok was doing to Michael Flynn. Peter Strzok was one of two agents that interviewed Michael Flynn. Michael Flynn had no lawyer present because Michael Flynn was under the impression that the conversation was not in an investigative type situation. I mean, it was shop talk. He considered it off the record. And this conversation that he had with Peter Strzok, I'm talking Michael Flynn, this conversation that he had with Peter Strzok is the conversation used in which he, Michael T. Flynn, pled guilty for lying to the FBI. This wasn't some formal FBI interaction. This wasn't some kind of conversation in which they took Flynn to FBI headquarters and sat him down. It was a nonchalant conversation. A nonchalant conversation that was put forth and initiated by Peter Strzok. Peter Strzok, folks, or Stroke, or whatever the hell. Peter Strzok is his name. Huh, what a fruit bowl. Peter Strzok. This guy, Peter Strzok, was not only the one of two FBI agents to put Michael T. Flynn in the corner, but, folks, Peter Strzok, and his name is Peter S-T-R-Z-O-K, Peter Strzok. This man was the guy who rewrote the interpretation of the Hillary Clinton email debacle. He was the guy who redefined what Hillary Clinton did during that email scandal from grossly negligent, because, folks, grossly negligent means that you could be prosecuted. The words grossly negligent are written in law. They're written in statutes. Do you understand? And this guy, Peter Strzok, this guy reworded the word grossly negligent to careless and unsophisticated. This was the guy right here. This was the guy. Peter Strzok was the guy who rewrote Hillary Clinton's email debacle. Remember that statement that James Comey gave to the public and the statement that he gave to the Judiciary Committee? Careless and unsophisticated. And the reason Peter Strzok utilized those words instead of grossly negligent, because there is no statute in which careless and unsophisticated was prosecuted in any capacity. But grossly negligent, that's in docs, that's in statutes, that's in precedents. You can't find anywhere in the law, and that's what Comey testified to in front of that committee, that careless and unsophisticated cannot be prosecuted because there is no case in which a prosecution was focused based upon an unsophisticated and careless person. Peter Strzok was the guy that reworded this. So what this means, folks, is that this Peter Strzok is obviously not just an FBI agent, but an agent for the Clinton crime family. Because it was Peter Strzok and his language that exonerated Hillary Clinton with this whole email scandal. And lest we forget, it was Bill Clinton that met with the Attorney General, Loretta Lynch, on that tarmac to get whatever story straight, possibly to put Peter Strzok on the goddamn FBI investigation into the whole Hillary Clinton matter so that he can get her off. So, folks, what we have here is we have Robert Mueller and all these people that are in the special counsel, Peter Strzok included. These people are all Democratic donors. This is the most politically biased governing body I have ever seen put together in my life. And this is a constitutional crisis waiting to happen. Because what it seems like, folks, it seems as if a conspiracy happened in which the Democrats, in conjunction with the FBI, tried to put Trump into a trap. Now, I know this is a lot to take in, but let me just bear with me here, okay? Do you all remember the Russian dossier? The Russian dossier was initiated by a company that got the payment. Somebody paid for the dossier, and according to at least the admission of Hillary Clinton, it came from the Clinton campaign. Now, if you want my personal opinion, folks, the guy who was the lead spokesman for this company that produced this Russian dossier on Trump, this guy was an informant for the FBI, which technically means that the FBI could have potentially have put money into some funnel capacity to pay for this dossier. Now, what happened was is when they put out this dossier, they put Trump in a trap because the dossier was an inception to the public to link Trump-Russia, Russia-Trump, Russia-Trump. 3 weeks before Barack Obama was to transition power to Donald Trump, Barack Obama did this unprecedented move by kicking out Russian diplomats, closing Russian embassies, doing really, really unprecedented moves for someone who was going to leave office within 3 weeks' time. What this did was provide fervor for any potential Russia-Trump relationship, because now, all of a sudden, Russia's an enemy. Remember? Russia meddled into the elections. Russia's a bad person. Russia's a bad country. This is Obama doing this. Y'all remember prior that summer 2016, Russia was threatening nuclear war. They were threatening a potential nuclear confrontation with the United States. Do y'all remember this crap? Now, the reason I bring this up, folks, is because, man, you want to talk about scumbags. Barack Obama, grade A scumbag. Because he provided the legalese maneuvers in that final 3 weeks of his presidency by kicking out the Russian diplomats and making Russia look like this bad entity, forcing Trump into this paradigm that makes him look as if he has interests in Russia, and Russia is now our enemy. But you know the funny part about it is, folks, is that here's Barack Obama. Check out my Gab right now, all right? Here's Barack Obama back in 2012 during the presidential debates with Mitt Romney, basically criticizing Romney because Romney said that the biggest threat to America's national security was Russia. Here, check out my Gab. Look at my Gab right now. Look at my Gab. Remember when Obama criticized Mitt Romney in 2012 presidential debate because Romney said that Russia is America's biggest threat? As a matter of fact, let's just listen to it. For all you folks that don't believe me, let's listen to it really, really fast. Let's go ahead and do this. Let's go. Hey, engineer, what the hell are you doing? Engineer, what the hell are you doing? Get it straight. I'm trying to get an audio patch here. Anyway, sorry, folks. Let me go ahead and do that again here. Can we get this on or what? All right, here is Barack Obama clowning Mitt Romney during the 2012 presidential debate. Check it out. Listen to it for yourself. Classic grade A psychopath, socialist, communist scumbag Obama. Here he is.
Governor Romney, I'm glad that you recognize that al-Qaeda is a threat. Because a few months ago, when you were asked what's the biggest geopolitical threat facing America, you said Russia. Not al-Qaeda, you said Russia. And the 1980s are now calling to ask for their foreign policy back because, the Cold War has been over for 20 years. But, Governor, when it comes to our foreign policy, you seem to want to import the foreign policies of the 1980s, just like the social policies of the 1950s and the economic policies of the 1920s. You say that you're not interested in duplicating what happened in Iraq, but just a few weeks ago you said you think we should have more troops in Iraq right now.
Listen to that grade A psychopath scumbag. And all of a sudden Russia is, public enemy number one. There he is right then and there in the 2012 presidential debates with Mitt Romney, criticizing Romney for suggesting Russia. is a national threat, a national security threat to America. What happened, Obama? What happened? And I also want to remind everybody that it wasn't that long after that particular little debate that it was caught on a hot mic between then President, which was nothing more than a puppet for Putin, President Dmitry Medvedev, and Obama. I don't know if y'all remember this. Take a look at my Gab. I'm going to go ahead and post this one in which they caught Obama on a hot mic not too much longer after he criticized Mitt Romney in the presidential debates that I just posted. Here he is on the hot mic telling Dmitry Medvedev to tell Putin that after the election, quote, he'll have more flexibility. More flexibility for what? Listen, if you have not heard it, check out my Gab. I'm going to play it right now. Listen to this.
This is my last election. Yeah, and after my election, I have more flexibility. And I trust this election to living and understanding.
I mean, there it is. He's saying, you know, after my election, I'm going to have more flexibility. More flexibility to do what? Do you understand? To do what? And that's what I keep telling people, man. I mean, this is a ruse that's happening right now. I've said this from day one. If you take a look back in the archive, I've said that if they pretend that they're going to have a nuclear confrontation between Russia and America, don't believe it. Remember when I said that? Because I have told you guys that Russia is at the bottom of this global communist specter that's trying to overtake the globe at this particular time. Russia's at the bottom of it, man. It's at the bottom of it. Now, if you want my personal opinion, folks, this proves that there is a conspiracy against our president right now that extends not only to Obama, the Clinton crime family, the Bush family, the Democrats, the establishment within the Republican Party, the intelligence community. I mean, our president is in some major, major hellfire, and we on the Trump train need to not only amplify this, but we need to make sure that everybody knows this. Because this is very serious business, folks. We need to be just as dedicated as we were in 2016 to amplify the information of corruption that's happening with our president. This Mueller, this Robert Mueller special counsel is a political tool, and the FBI is at the center of it all. I mean, our very institutions right now are being jeopardized because of political corruption and conspiracy. And the sooner people recognize that, the sooner we can realize that these people in Washington, D.C. believe that they're a class of their own, that these people in Washington, D.C. believe that they're above the law. And we, the people, because remember, this is a government made for the people and by the people, but we cannot be asleep at the wheel any longer, because the longer we stay asleep, the worse and worse this corruption gets. These people are all trying to cover their asses right now. And now they're finding themselves in a rock and a hard place because it's all unraveling, and we cannot deny it, we cannot negate it, we cannot ignore it. We've got to get loud, we've got to get vocal, and we've got to let everybody know, regardless of your party affiliation, that this stinks to high hell. And this puts our very integrity of government in jeopardy. If we can't trust the FBI, which can literally bust down your door at 4 a.m. and take you away for whatever reason necessary, if we can't trust these people, then who in the hell do we trust? If we can't have unpolitically biased individuals within law enforcement, then where are we headed, folks? This should disturb everybody. This should disturb everybody. I mean, once again, FBI agent Peter Strzok kicked off of Mueller's special counsel for being anti-Trump. This asshole, Peter Strzok, Not only was he on the special counsel for this Russia-Trump nonsense, this witch hunt, but he was also a part of the investigation into Hillary's emails. This was the guy that changed the wording of Hillary's crimes from negligent, because negligent can be prosecuted, folks. There's statutes, there's precedent. I mean, you can prosecute negligence. You cannot prosecute what Peter Strzok reworded what Hillary Clinton did, and that was careless and unsophisticated. There is no precedent for prosecuting somebody that's unsophisticated or careless, and this goes to show you the extent of this conspiracy. And right now, we should all be calling for Robert Mueller to step down and to end this witch hunt. He's already spent an excess of $7 million of United States taxpayer money into this witch hunt investigation, and I think it's a disgrace. This is an elected president that these bureaucrats that are unelected, that think through legal ease, can remove a duly elected president. I mean, we have to take this very serious, folks. This is corruption to high hell. This makes America look like a third-rate African banana republic, for Christ's sake. I mean, we're supposed to have more integrity than this. We're supposed to be better than this. And we can't let this happen. We can't let this happen, man. I don't know what to say, man. I mean, folks, this is a crisis here. And Mueller, I mean, and you see, we can't even trust the media anymore. You can't even turn on the regular media and trust what they say is going to be factual. I mean, they initially, remember that ABC News report by Brian Ross claiming that Flynn was going to testify that candidate Trump told Flynn to talk to the Russians, and then you had that stupid, disgusting fat broad on The View, Joy Behar, out here announcing it as if it's fact and prancing around and celebrating that an American president would potentially be arrested. I mean, are you kidding me, man? I mean, these leftists are sick. These people are sick. That's why those of us on the right, regardless of what spectrum you are on the right, those of us on the right have to be very politically serious. We have to be. I mean, we have corruption that is unprecedented in our midst. I would strongly advise you guys, man, tweet, Facebook, email, call your congressman and senator and tell them that we cannot put up with this. Now, to be completely honest with you, we do have the House Intelligence Committee being headed up by David Nunes. Thank God we've got somebody like David Nunes in the House Intelligence Committee that's actually attempting, and has been attempting here for the past month or two, attempting to subpoena the DOJ and FBI relating to this precarious situation that Peter Strzok has found himself in. And you know what has happened, folks? The DOJ and the FBI are refusing to cooperate with the House Intelligence Committee. They're refusing. Now, as of tonight, apparently the FBI has finally caved in, and they're going to release the text messages between Peter Strzok and this so-called girlfriend of his, another FBI agent, Lisa Page, in which these texts are going to describe the political leniency or the political tendencies, I should say, to Peter Strzok. And let me tell you, Peter Strzok should be prosecuted. And if you want my personal opinion, I've said this since day one. I think Mueller should be prosecuted. I mean, I think that we should have a special prosecutor to investigate the whole swamp. Because, and let me tell you a little story on how we got here, folks, okay? Let's just be honest. Let's just be honest with ourselves. There's been two families that have legitimately ruled the political landscape and the intelligence community for the past 40 years. And I'm talking about none other than the Bush-Clinton crime family, folks. The Bush-Clinton crime family. Now, when I say Bush-Clinton crime family, why do I say that? Because, folks, first and foremost, Bush Sr., George H.W. Bush, has been a CIA agent ever since he left the military as a flyboy in World War II. All right? It wasn't known he was an agent until he finally became top brass leadership of the CIA. And when you're leader of the CIA, especially during the times in which he was in, which was very, very early in the agency's development, you tend to become a sacred cow in these organizations, and that's exactly what George H.W. Bush was and still somewhat is, even though he's going senile. Now, with that being said, folks, I'm going to tell you a history lesson that no one's going to tell you. George H.W. Bush has been wanting to take control of the executive branch since the 70s. As a matter of fact, it's been a quest of his father, George H.W. Bush's father, Prescott Bush. It's been an ambition of his since the 1930s and 40s. Now, let me explain to you, George H.W. Bush is probably one of the most evil black operators in our government's history. And the reason I suggest this, folks, every conspiracy, in my personal view, from JFK to you name it, this idiot has been involved in to some capacity. This moron has had his hand in it in some capacity. 9/11, the whole 9 yards. And why? Because he's a sacred cow within the agency, man. He basically can pull the strings. He's like Allen Dulles during the freaking JFK assassination. And if y'all don't know who Allen Dulles is, well, look him up. But I'm going to tell you a story. Bush, the Bush family, been very corrupt, very evil family for a long period of time. Now, in the 1980s, actually late 70s, 1980s, George H.W. Bush ran for president against, at the time, the big primary competitor was Ronald Reagan. And because they almost had a party crisis over this nomination of Ronald Reagan. And the party forced Ronald Reagan to choose George H.W. Bush as his running mate, his vice presidential candidate. Now, folks, President Reagan becomes president, and then it's not too much long after he's elected president. What happens? Somebody tries to take a shot at President Reagan. Hinckley, remember Hinckley? Folks, do you know that idiot Hinckley, that guy Hinckley that tried to assassinate President Reagan, his parents were donors and good friends with George H.W. Bush. Yeah, the Hinckley family. They just happen to have an retarded, half-a-loser kid that they were obviously able to put under some kind of psychotronic situation in an attempt to put him in the position to take a shot at Ronald Reagan. Okay? So that was Bush's first attempt at trying to take power. And then once he finally came into power, he realized that he's better off controlling things from behind the scenes. Now, folks, how do you think Bill Clinton, some obscure Timbuktu hick that was birthed by a prostitute out of Hope, Arkansas, how the hell do you think Bill Clinton became president? Do you think that he was elected or selected? Folks, the Bush-Clinton crime family goes back to the early 80s. And let me tell you a little story about how this relationship came about. Back in the 80s, this was during the time in which the CIA was conducting a lot of nefarious overthrowing of governments, a lot of nefarious activities in South America, etc. And they found themselves under the oversight of certain congressional committees, and they wanted to escape that oversight. They wanted to conduct clandestine operations outside of the oversight of Congress. So what did the CIA do? Well, old Bush Sr. hooked it up with a young governor out of Arkansas by the name of Bill Clinton and said, hey, Bill, we're going to need a little airport out there in the middle of nowhere called Mena, out there in Mena, Arkansas. And what we're going to do there, what we're going to do is we're going to fly in cocaine, and we're going to make sure to fly it in through Mena, Arkansas, and we're going to have our contacts take the cocaine and then dispense it all over the country. Now, why did the CIA do that? Because, folks, they were selling that cocaine all over America to fund what was known as the counter-revolution in Nicaragua. Now, for you folks that are unaware and don't know your South American history, General Blandón and the military junta at the time who was in charge at the time got overthrown by the leftist Sandinistas. And the CIA didn't want, at least at the time, any leftist government within South America. So as a result, they wanted to take down the Sandinistas, but they didn't want congressional oversight on any of the money that needed to be expended, anything to that capacity. So the CIA took it upon themselves and organized this drug distribution pipeline in which they took cocaine from South America, where it grew wild out there in Nicaragua, and they would use people and CIA pilots to fly in the narcotics into Mena, Arkansas. And when the narcotics were in Mena, Arkansas, they were dispensed by a black man by the name of Freeway Ricky Ross. And I'm not talking about that fat rapper asshole who thinks that he's Freeway Ricky Ross. I'm talking about a guy who legitimately was the king of cocaine distribution that worked with the CIA and ended up doing a lot of time. He just recently got out of prison. But what did that fund, right? What was the CIA doing? Why do they need all that shit? Why do they need all that money for? Well, look, I'm going to take a look at my Gab right now, folks, okay? Take a look at my Gab. All right? This is what we funded with that cocaine money. All right? The Nicaraguan Contra, in which we had CIA agents train 10, 12-year-old boys how to fight the Sandinistas. Take a look at that clip right now, and at about 1:40, what you're going to see is you're going to see a Filipino descent CIA agent teaching 10 and 12-year-old boys how to shoot grenade launchers and mortar rounds. This is what the CIA was funding! Now, if you don't believe me, they actually did a movie here recently, okay? They actually did a movie here recently about one of the guys who actually ran the cocaine into Mena, Arkansas. And I'm talking about a guy, hold on, let me Barry Seal is who I'm talking about, Barry Seal. Barry Seal was about to testify against the CIA about all this Nicaraguan Contra cocaine gun running. But of course, before he got a chance to testify, Barry Seal conveniently took a dirt nap and he suicided himself with a bullet in the back of his head. Okay, they made sure that he wasn't going to testify, and that was the end of it. But they actually recently made a movie about Barry Seal, and it stars Tom Cruise, believe it or not. You know what I'm saying? So, with that being said, folks, this is where all this Clinton-Bush crime family thing connects. And that's why I'm telling you, Clinton, when he became the comeback kid during the primaries of the Democratic Party and then won the Democratic nomination in '92 and then was given the presidency, I mean, he wasn't elected, he was selected. And that's why these people have been bouncing around the executive branch and the institutional bureaucratic power of the United States government between these families ever since. And it took Donald Trump to literally pry this government out of the hands of these sick maniacs for us to finally realize that, whoa, we're living in a very corrupt government. This is criminalistic. I mean, this is a criminal organization, not a government here, and you're absolutely correct. And that's why I'm telling you folks, man. I mean, this is all starting to come to a header, and the whole reason why Mueller is heading this investigation and trying to get something on Trump to remove him from power is because if Trump unearths any more information, I think heads would roll in Washington, D.C., and it would be most of D.C.'s ass. Because let's be honest, folks, these same people on the left, I find it funny, on the left, right now they're bitching and moaning about the tax cut, and they're all of a sudden turned into fiscal conservatives. Where were these people when Obama took out, he borrowed more money on the United States than all presidents before him combined? I mean, folks, this is a criminal organization in D.C., and we need to understand that, and we need to be cognizant of it, and we need to take control of our government again. We need to take control of our government again, and look, I'm going to be honest with you. I'm afraid after Trump, who else is going to be valiant enough to put their lives on their line, to put their wealth on their line, their families on the line, to be able to upkeep what Trump has started here? That's what I'm afraid of. Anyway, folks, once again, Mueller needs to be not just stepped down, he needs to be prosecuted. I mean, it was Robert Mueller that was the FBI director during 9/11. He was the man who directed his FBI agents confiscate any surveillance video within the vicinity or line of sight of the Pentagon, so we won't be able to see what actually hit the Pentagon. I mean, lest we forget that Robert Mueller was the FBI director during the Uranium One transaction, in which the United States government during Obama under Hillary Clinton thought it was perfectly okay to sell 20% of America's uranium to Putin himself. I mean, these are the people that need to be investigated, man. And we have to demand it. We can't sit by and be idle anymore, man. You have to be politically serious. The whole reason we've gotten to this level of corruption is because the people have fallen asleep at the wheel. We can no longer do that again. We have to be vocal. We have to use social media. We have to talk at the dinner table. We have to confront the hypocrisy of liberalism. We have to confront the corruption of D.C. We have to confront the criminal enterprise that is our government. We have to confront it. And I think the first thing we do is we make sure that we know, and we make sure that Washington knows that we know, that this Robert Mueller, Russia-Trump special counsel is nothing more than a political, corrupt, conspiratorial tool. And everybody involved in it should be prosecuted for utilizing legal ease in an attempt to dethrone and unseat a duly elected president. We cannot allow this to happen. Anyway, folks, that's enough about that. I could talk about this all night, but folks, we can't stay silent, man. All right? I mean, if you're on social media, spread these stories. Make sure everyone knows that Robert Mueller is a corrupt, politically biased hack, and that this man is nothing more than a corrupt criminal. And everybody on his special counsel, James Comey, the top brass of the FBI, these entities have become political tools for the Democrats. And we need to highlight this. You need to utilize your social media. You need to put this in the faces of everybody. Because, folks, as much as you don't think, you re-gabbing or retweeting or re-Facebooking or posting articles, as much as you think it doesn't have an effect, it does. I mean, it had so much of an effect that the political establishment couldn't believe that Donald Trump won on his own by the will of the people. They have to claim and make this claim that Russia had something to do with it. Give me a break. If anybody had anything to do with Russia, it's the Democrats that have closer ties with Russia than anybody else. And they know it. That's why they project what they're actually doing on someone else. It's their classic tactic. It makes me sick. Anyway, let's move on. Let's talk a little bit about sexual harassment. Did y'all hear Representative John Conyers is finally coming to his 88-year-old horn dog senses? He's going to retire. Oh, now he's going to retire because it's come out that this guy's a sexual abusive asshole, that he likes to, force his interns to talk to him while he's in his underwear. That he likes to, really grab women by the pussy, and not just grab them by the vajayjay, but doing it while in church. Did y'all read about that? This brother was in church grabbing broads. Jesus Christ. Anyway, he's retiring now. Thank God. But you know what? Did you all hear the interview with this scumbag today? First of all, it sounded like he was talking from the crapper. I mean, it was like echoing. It sounded like he was taking a crap. And, I mean, he was such a grandstanding asshole in this interview when he said he was going to retire. And aside from that, did you hear he's going to give the seat to his son? His son? I mean, what is this, bonanza? He's going to give the seat to his son. What are we in feudalistic times? I mean, that's how disconnected John Conyers is. You know that this asshole has served over 50 years in Congress? Over 50 years. This asshole has literally made a career out of being a public servant. And that's a big part of the problem, folks. That's a big part of the problem. And that's what we, as the American public, need to rectify in 2018 elections. We can no longer act like political experience means anything. On the contrary, political experience means to me a bunch of corruption and criminality. That's what it means to me. We need to elect people that have no affiliation with the bureaucracy, the establishment, the institutional party. We need true representatives of the people, people that actually live amongst their constituency, who work amongst their constituency, who represent their constituency. Because nowadays, folks, you elect somebody to Washington, they're not representing you. They act as though if you vote them in, that they are anointed to do their own will and pass their own laws. That's what these idiots actually think nowadays, and it's pathetic. But once again, John Conyers gonna retire. And, I mean, is this legal? Can this asshole really leave his seat to his son? He's going to leave his seat to his son? Oh, good God, man. And have you seen his son? I mean, he looks, with all due respect, like he came out of a package of didn't-do-nothings. I'm not joking around, all right? It's ridiculous. That's how disconnected these bureaucrats are. They think it's a monarchy. I'm going to leave this freaking seat to my son. Stupid asshole. Anyway, and meanwhile, Al Franken refuses to step down still. It goes to show you the pecking order politically within the Democratic Party. Conyers, he's pretty much in a safely dominated Democratic district. So even if he decides to step down and they try to do another election or a special election in Conyers' district, more than likely, we're going to see another Democrat, and the Democrats know it, and that's why they're asking him to step down. You don't hear this coming out of Al Franken, nor do you hear other Democrats calling for Al Franken to step down. Why? Because he's a senator in a state in Minnesota that can go either way. So if this idiot steps down, the Republicans could potentially, a very good percentage potentially gain another seat in the Senate. And do you see Al Franken? I mean, here we have documented evidence of him assaulting a woman while she's asleep. And yet this idiot, nor his Democrats, have the audacity to force him to step down. This is ridiculous. And this just goes to show you the hypocrisy of the Democrats. They're sick. They're pathetic. And that's why, if you're a Democrat, man, you're a piece of trash. I don't even understand why you're even listening to me right now. You're a piece of garbage. All right? All right, get off my broadcast if you're on the left, you piece of trash. Anyway, folks, I mean, shouldn't Al Franken step down, man? He's got documented evidence of him assaulting a woman. How come Al Franken is not stepping down? What's wrong with you ICE people in Minnesota? What are we, I mean, is this not enough sun, too much ice for you out there in Minnesota? Call this idiot's office, tell him to save stupid face and step down. He's a sexual abuser. It's documented. He admitted it. And the Democrats are standing by this scumbag. He admitted it. He's got documented evidence of him assaulting a woman while she's asleep. Anyway, folks, we are now in the third and final hour of the True Capitalist Radio broadcast. And, of course, I am your host, the man they call Ghost. And once again, folks, I want to thank you all for tuning in with me. Before we get started, I'd like for everybody to please spread it around like wildfire and let everybody know that True Capitalist Radio is in effect and in the house. And we are live every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, 6:30 p.m. Central Standard Time, right here on the official website of the True Capitalist Radio broadcast, and it is blogtalkradio.com/ghost. That's blogtalkradio.com/ghost. And of course, follow me on Gab, baby. If you don't have a Gab account, I mean, it's one of the last bastions of free speech and social media out here. You can type in your browser right now, gab.ai, and you can follow me on that social media under the name Politics Ghost. All one word, no underscores, Politics Ghost, and I am verified on Gab, folks, so you know you're following yours truly. All right, and please spread this link around to everybody out there on Poshole Twitter land, on Facebook, on Instagram, everywhere, folks, because let me tell you something right now. They're going to try to silence us more and more. They're going to try to silence us, and we can't be silent. We got to be organic in our approach of spreading this type of information to people, because look at the fake news that these assholes are spreading in the mainstream media. Take a look at this. I mean, they said that, candidate Trump told Michael Flynn to talk to the Russians, and that was a bunch of crap. They put out today that Trump's financial records from Deutsche Bank are being subpoenaed. That ends up being a bunch of crap. So that's why I'm saying, please spread this link around. You will get the straight political dope right here on this political broadcast in the second and third hour. And moreover, if you happen to be into cryptos and in the markets, the first hour is where to make some money right here on True Capitalist Radio. So anyway, we've talked a little bit about John Conyers stepping down or retiring, and we're talking about Al Franken not retiring. He's sitting there with his disgusting rapist-looking face. Let's talk about a little about Obama, because this idiot is pissing me off. Why am I still seeing his face? Why am I still seeing Barack Obama? Why is he talking to President Xi? Why is he going to India? And why is he talking to the Dalai Lama? Why is he talking to world leaders? I mean, you're a private citizen, Obama. I mean, why don't you go to freaking Hawaii and catch a wave or whatever it is? Go power bottom on Grindr or whatever it is that you do. The reason I'm bringing up Obama is because not only does he still think he's the president of the United States, but he made a statement here recently that I took offense to. I personally took offense to. He said, and I quote, "We need to elect more women because men seem to be having a problem these days." Yeah, typical divide and conquer, huh? Yeah, I mean, you're good at that, aren't you, Obama? Huh? Divide and conquer. You're real good at that. Well, let's talk a little bit about women for a minute, okay? Women leadership. I mean, if there's any precedence for women leadership, it's certainly in the latter part of the 20th century and in this part of the 21st century. Am I correct? Well, let's just take a look at recent women leaders and see if this lives up to the smell test, okay? I mean, remember, Obama, he came out in his speech and he said we need to elect more women because men seem to be having a problem these days. Let's talk a little bit about women leaders, shall we? Let's talk about a woman by the name of Dilma Rousseff, who was the president of Brazil. You know what happened to her? She was so goddamn corrupt that they impeached her ass out of office. Yeah, that's a very good testament to woman leadership. Let's continue going, shall we? We've got Cristina Fernandez de Kirchner. She was the president of Argentina. During her tenure, she ran the goddamn country into financial ruin to the point in which she had to claim she fell and hit her head so she could at least claim that she was incompetent from being bonked on the head or some crap, all right? She literally ran Argentina into the ground. Argentina, their gums are still bleeding because of this stupid broad. Let's continue going, shall we? I mean, I'm talking women leaders here. You got Barack Obama saying that we need more women leaders. Well, I'm talking about them. Let's talk about Park Geun-hye. Park Geun-hye. Y'all remember this broad? This was the leader of South Korea who got removed from office because she got her domestic and foreign policies from some cult. I'm not joking. That's why she got removed. Yeah, she was the last South Korean president that got removed because she was getting her domestic and foreign policy from the cult of the dragon tuna fish or some shit. I'm not joking! This is woman leadership right here. I'm just saying. Let's continue going, shall we? How about Aung San Suu Kyi? Aung San Suu Kyi was the woman who she was under house arrest for over a decade, like 12 years or something, because she was a political prisoner in her own country, Burma, or Myanmar, or whatever you want to call it, all right? She was a political prisoner. She got the Nobel Peace Prize. I even admired her for a little bit. And then what happens? She takes leadership, and now what's happening in Burma? Ethnic cleansing. Say what you will, but right now, what's happening in Burma is Aung San Suu Kyi, even though she's the leader, she doesn't control her own military, and the military's going in and just literally ethnically cleansing Burma of all Muslims and pushing them all into Bangladesh. It's a horrible genocide that's happening right now. Of course, CNN and MSNBC, they're not covering it because Aung San Suu Kyi was a Nobel Peace Prize winner, and she was a big leftist champion, and the left liked to quote her and all this other nonsense. Now she's a woman leader, and she's literally impotent. She's literally impotent. She has nothing to say about the Burmese ethnic cleansing that's happening under her tutelage, under her tenure. This is woman leadership. You're talking woman leadership? This is woman leadership. Let's continue going, all right? How about Angela Merkel? Oh, that's a beauty, isn't it, huh? Angela freaking Merkel. This is a woman who literally hates her own country so much that she allowed a 1 million or 2 million rabid wild Yehudi to come into her country to ethnically cleanse her own German blood? Let's be honest, that's exactly why those refugees were brought in. That's why Germany isn't caring if these refugees are raping German women out there in Germany. This is a plan by the EU to homogenize the European Union nation, because they're going to eliminate all the member nation states and eliminate their borders and literally consolidate it into one Europe. And what they're trying to do is utilize these Yehudis by bringing them in to basically cleanse the race or intermix the races of, Yehudi and all the other European races within the European Union, so there can become a new identity of the European Union. Look, folks, I know this sounds sick, but that's exactly what these communists do. They're totalitarian freaks, and they're sick. And Angela Merkel was the woman who was in charge of all the decisions that were made at the EU level to bring in the wild Yehudis to rape, ravage, and pillage all of Europe for the past 4 or 5 years. It's freaking ridiculous. Yeah, woman leadership! Woman leadership, right? Yeah, that sounds great. Hey, look, every woman I'm saying was a leader of a country, and they literally just flushed their freaking governments and their countries down the toilet. Okay, I'm just saying, man. I'm just saying. And let's talk about another one. Hey, Theresa May. Oh, that's another beauty, isn't it? That disgusting, rotting tooth, disgusting, limey broad. I mean, Theresa May is a perfect example of an incompetent, bureaucratic broad. I mean, here you have the people of Britannia voting for Brexit. And here you have this broad, she doesn't even know whether she's coming or going. I mean, she literally is an incompetent human being. Anyone else could have done a better job during this Brexit divorce talk than Theresa freaking May. And let's be honest, Theresa May doesn't want to leave the EU. She was always vote Remain. All right, that's why this broad's kicking the can down the road, for Christ's sake. She's a commie. You know it and I know it. Only commies would want this ridiculous crap. So, I mean, I could keep going with women leaders, but hey, Obama, I just gave you all some women leaders, and all these women that I have just mentioned have ruined their countries. All these women have ruined their countries. Now, what do you have to say about that, Obama, and all you pro-feminists out there? What do you all have to say about that? Give me a freaking break.
Oh, women will make the great leaders. If women were in charge, there'd be no wars.
Are you kidding me? We had a woman in charge of the European Union that allowed a whole rabid race of people to ravage and rape her country. Are you kidding me? I'm just saying, I'm tired of this debate. I'm tired of this whole idea that,
oh, well, if women were in charge, it would be no wars and everything would be so great.
I just named 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 woman leaders that have literally turned their countries into a bowl of dog shit. Excuse my French. And Obama, this power-bottom, tranny-loving piece of crap, has the audacity to sit here and try to lecture us about electing more women because, quote, men seem to be having a problem these days? Oh, yeah? What problem is that, Obama? Huh? We're not taking it in the pooper? Huh? Is that what you don't want? You want all of us to take it in the pooper? You stupid freak. I'm sick of Obama, man. Stay off my goddamn screen, Obama! You're a private citizen! Get out of my face! You're a traitor! You're a traitor! You're an anti-American traitor! I'm sick of seeing that idiot's face, man! His tenure as president, he tried to do everything within his power to destroy this country, man. And if you don't see that, then you hate this country just as much as he does. And you're a piece of crap. Good God. Anyway, let me move on, folks, all right? We're running out of time here, okay? I want to talk a little bit about, since we're talking about the Europe and the cuckery that is the European Union, let's talk about the European Union for a second. Secretary of State Rex Tillerson went out to the European Union to try to reassure the European allies that everything's going to be okay. You know, don't be complete cucks. Don't cry, don't bitch and moan, but no, they gave him a chilly reception. It seems to me that the European Union wants to be anti-American, and the reason they want to be anti-American is because America isn't funding their stupid globalist endeavors anymore. That's why these Euro-cucks hate America, because we're not funding with our tax dollars, we're not funding their little globalist experiments, and they're pissed. They're pissed that they themselves have to fund it, and they don't like that. They don't like that crap. So that's why you got the European Union giving Secretary of State Rex Tillerson a chilly reception, because we're not paying for any more globalist experiments, globalist concepts. We're not paying for this crap anymore, man. The United States taxpayer is no longer a place for the world to fleece. And that's why it's the world against Trump, because Trump, he didn't need their money. He didn't need lobbyists. He knew what was going on in Washington. He knew it was corrupt, and he himself is single-handedly fighting this disgusting, despicable swamp in Washington, D.C. I mean, these Eurocucks, man, they have a lot of nerve. They have a lot of goddamn nerve, you know that? And to be completely honest with you, I really don't care if we do no business with the European Union at all, as far as I'm concerned. These people are out of their minds. I mean, every time they get hit up with terrorism, these people are asking for more of it. I'm not even joking. They wear it like a badge of honor. Like, oh, yes, you know, my sister got killed by Islamic extremists, but, you know, I forgive him. I forgive him because he had it bad where he was back in the old country of Syria, and I know that he had it bad, and it was worth my sister and worth my wife's life so that this man could do and conduct jihad. And I'm proud that he killed my sister. I'm proud that he killed my mother. I mean, that's how they freaking Eurocucks are thinking, man. That's how they think. I mean, folks, do y'all remember the Manchester attack, man? Do y'all remember that? Folks, I could not believe they had a vigil after, like, the day after the Manchester incident in the UK, and literally they started singing. And I like this song. I don't like it anymore because these stupid limeys in freaking UK were literally singing this song by Oasis. And it goes, oh, Sally can wait, you know it's too late, you know. Don't look back with anger, I heard you say. Literally, they were singing that song at this vigil, saying, oh, don't look back with anger, I heard you say. Don't what? Don't look back with anger? They just killed your people, you stupid Eurococks. They killed you because you were you. They killed you because you were British. And you people are singing Oasis songs the day after they kill your people? Don't look back with anger, I heard you say. What a bunch of fruity-ass bastard Eurocuck pieces of trash. Seriously, man. I'm telling you, and you know what I blame? I blame socialists for this cuckery. I'm serious. I blame socialism for this because socialism has made Europe so effing weak that, I mean, look at how easy it was for a bunch of wild Yehudis to come into Europe and bitch slap the Euro men into submission while they're banging their broads. I mean, y'all should be ashamed. I'm glad I'm not a part of Europe. I would become an American faster than I could say the land of the free and home of the brave. Are you kidding me? I would smuggle myself into America. I would never, ever submit myself to the amount of cuckery that you're seeing in Europe. And they have no shame. They have no shame about it either. And speaking of which, Brexit. What's going to? I mean, we're just talking about Theresa May. What's going to happen with Brexit? Huh? What's happening with Brexit? I'll tell you what's happening with Brexit. Not going to happen. It's not going to happen, folks. I told you this right when Theresa May was elected, or was selected, I should say, as Prime Minister. I told you it was never going to happen. And it's not going to happen. You see, if Theresa May was really a truly good leader, she would be like, you know what, EU, go screw yourself. I'm going to do a bilateral deal with America. And you know what? They're going to go ahead and offset whatever the hell you're threatening me with this divorce between the EU and the UK. Why hasn't Theresa May made a bilateral trade agreement with the United States? It makes no sense. I mean, that would give her a tremendous amount of leverage at the EU divorce talks, but she's got nothing. She's an incompetent moron. And you know what's really sad about the whole situation in the UK is that the only reason that Theresa May is still Prime Minister is because no one wants her job right now. No one wants to be the prime minister. No one wants to take that kind of political heat. You've got a couple of names out there, but not, I mean, these names, they don't even want it. You know, you got Jacob Rees-Mogg. He doesn't want it. I mean, you got Boris Johnson, which, you know, I mean, he may want it, but he's a calculated political figure. All right, I mean, he'll say anything to anybody just to achieve political power. I'm telling you, folks, the UK is in a very precarious situation right now. And if you think that Brexit is going to happen, it ain't going to happen. It is not going to happen. It's really unfortunate. Now they're leaving it up to the Irish. It's up to the Irish now? Oh, Jesus Christ, man. You see, that's why I am so glad that America is not a part of the party parliamentary system. And I was having a debate today with a chap from the UK about this, was the fact that under the UK system, under the party system, under the party parliamentary system, we would have never have gotten Trump. We would have never have been able to elect Trump. And that's a fact. That's why, unfortunately, the party system, the party parliamentary system, is a corrupt bunch of crap. And if you want to take a good whiff on how corrupt it is, take a look at the political system in Australia and the revolving door of prime ministership that happens on it seems like an annual basis because of nothing more than party politics, the good old boy network. I mean, I would hate to be in Australia and having to put up with the kind of political garbage that is the political system in Australia. But that's the way it is, folks. And that's why I thank God I'm an American, even though our system is corrupt, even though our system has a bunch of deep state assholes that think that they're above the law. We, the American people, if we are unified, in unison, the system cracks. And the proof is in the election of Donald Trump. They could not pull the wool over our eyes and give the election to Hillary Clinton. There were too many Americans that were for Donald Trump. There were too many Americans that wanted to make America great again in disproportional numbers. The government had to crack. They had to oblige the will of the people. And that's why I'm telling each and every one of you that are listening to the sound of my voice, it is time to get politically serious. I mean, we in America are lucky that we are not a part of the party system like they are in the UK and the Commonwealth. We have a government that's made for the people and by the people, and if we get together in unison and we take a stand against this criminality that's happening in D.C., we take a stand against this career political politician nonsense, we take a stand against what is wrong, then we could single-handedly change this government. But we need the same kind of spirit, the same kind of fervor that we did in 2016 during the election of Donald Trump. Just because he won the presidency does not mean that he has won the presidency. We, as the Trump train, have to be in back of him every step of the way. We have to be vocal. We have to say what we feel on our social media accounts, amplify our promotion of Trump, our appreciation of Trump, because then the mainstream media can't lie. They can't use the power of suggestion to lie to people when it's all in their faces, when it's all over the internet, when you're talking about it at the holiday table, when you're talking about it in everyday conversations. They can't continue to push fake news anymore, folks. And that's why, once again, whenever you're listening to this broadcast, please spread it around like wildfire, like organic wildfire, so people can actually hear the truth. Because, as you can see, folks, this whole world is based on deception. And truth is like kryptonite to any one of these power-hungry bureaucrats. The truth. Anyway, let me go ahead and get to a little bit of North Korea news. Now, for you folks that are kind of scared that we could potentially be on a war footing with North Korea, I personally believe that Donald Trump is utilizing Kim Jong-un as a pit bull in the region, And I'm starting to believe, in my view, that he may not have intercontinental ballistic missiles. Now, if you did not check out my gab, I gabbed earlier today, about 7 hours ago, under the topic North Korea. I gabbed an article that was written in some international news press in which they suggested that, and not only suggested, they proved that the latest missile launch that was conducted by North Korea was a fake. It was fraudulent. The videotape that they put out claiming that they had launched an intercontinental ballistic missile on November 29th, it shows contradictory images of constellations that shouldn't be there, and certain constellations that are missing stars, for instance. You've got the you're missing the star Sirius in some of these. You're looking at constellations that shouldn't be there, like Orion. I mean, there's a lot of different digitally enhanced edits within this particular new North Korean intercontinental ballistic launch. And if you want my personal view, I think that the administration, for the sake of hyping up the whole North Korean situation, I think that they're playing along with Pyongyang's troll on the world. Because I think that, if you want my personal opinion, I don't think they have intercontinental ballistic missiles. I sincerely don't think they have intercontinental ballistic missiles. I mean, haven't y'all seen some of the footage of their, marches in which they're prominently displaying these missiles on tanks, and they look like legitimate, props that they welded together and made up? I mean, I don't think that these people have an intercontinental ballistic missile in the context for which we believe it is. I mean, lest we forget, folks, that we have amateurs in America that build rockets that are able to go into the ionosphere and float in the ionosphere for, maybe a good 10 minutes and then come back down, and they're able to, put cameras on it. They're able to track down. They put GPSs on it so that they can track down where the thing lands, so on and so forth. Let me go ahead and, post one of those. These are amateurs. This one that I'm about to post is of a guy who built a rocket in his backyard with his two little girls. All right, here, check it out. It's just a video of an amateur person launching a rocket into the ionosphere, into space. Now, if you want my personal opinion, I think this is more than likely what Kim Jong-un is doing, if he's launching anything at all, because I doubt that this person, this idiot, who can't even feed his own country, has the type of intercontinental ballistic missiles that are capable of pinpointing a target as far away as the United States. Okay? Because lest we forget, what they claimed in the November 29th launching of the North Korean ballistic missile, what they claimed is that the rocket went into the ionosphere and then took orbit and then proceeded to come back down into the ionosphere and back down into, some body of water near Japan or something. And as you can see from that clip on my Gab, take a look at my Gab right now. I just tweeted a clip of an amateur building a rocket in his backyard and going to the desert and launching it himself. I think this is exactly what Kim Jong-un is throwing up in the air, and I think that, General Mattis or the Secretary of Defense Mattis knows this, and I think that, if you want my opinion, we're utilizing right now the threat of North Korea's intercontinental ballistic missile. I think that the administration, especially Trump, is utilizing this to hold over the heads of the Democrats on this looming budget that it needs to be passed. If y'all are not familiar, December 8th was the deadline for Congress to negotiate a new budget for 2018. I believe they have extended that budget or that deadline to the 20-something of December. And what it means is that Congress is all have to agree on a budget, which we've been through this road before, folks. Sometimes, these budget talks, they start talking about shutting down the government. They start talking about this and that. And I think that President Trump is utilizing this intercontinental ballistic threat to use over the heads of Democrats if they decide that they want to play politics and shut down the government because of this budget situation. Because then what the president can use, he can utilize the threat from North Korea as a means to justify the continuity of government. And he'll throw it in the laps of the Democrats that if we shut down the government, that North Korea could potentially launch a missile our way, and we wouldn't have the government officials and the people paid and all this during a government shutdown to potentially protect against a missile of that sort. But if you want my opinion, folks, I personally believe that I don't think that he has the missile. I do not think that he has a legit intercontinental ballistic missile. And once again, there's an article, if you take a look at my Gab and scroll down, there's an article that proves that this video that he put out of the November 29th ballistic missile launch was a farce. It's a fraud. It's a fake. And that's why Donald Trump really has he's not scared that they're going to launch a nuclear warhead over here. He's not scared that they have intercontinental ballistic missiles. I mean, let's be honest. I mean, this guy can't even feed his own people. I mean, he barely has enough resources to conjure up enough electricity for one city. And you mean to tell me that he's got the technology for precision GPS-based intercontinental ballistic missiles? I mean, come on. So anyway, I think that Donald Trump is utilizing beautiful foreign policy strategy by utilizing North Korea to keep Asia on its toes. Because Asia obviously believes that he's got a ballistic missile. They're reacting accordingly. And this kind of makes the United States somewhat necessary, because we are this intermediary, supposedly, that is supposed to stop this guy from pursuing these nuclear and ballistic missile endeavors. So I think it's really, really tricky and really, really classic and really shrewd foreign policy that's being played by Trump in this North Korean situation. I personally believe that Trump and Un are trolling the world. I mean, sorry, that's what I personally think. I think they're trolling the world. And once again, I talked about this before the president came into office, that he should send Dennis Rodman over there as a conduit to send messages to, so that they could potentially, throw a ruse over Asia. And I think that's exactly what has happened here, folks. I mean, because lest we forget, remember when North Korea said it was going to launch a missile at Guam, which is where one of our bases, United States bases, is located? And he said he was going to do it. We were waiting for him to do it, and he never did it. I mean, that just goes to show you he really doesn't want war. That just goes to show you that he really doesn't want a confrontation with the United States. I mean, this is pure international, worldwide trolling as far as I'm concerned. Anyway, folks, we're running out of time here. I want to get to this last subject, and I want to talk about it because it's very important to this whole Middle Eastern confrontation that's going to happen here soon enough between Saudi Arabia and Iran. If you all are not aware, there is a civil war happening in Yemen. And this civil war in Yemen has been going on for a considerable amount of time, I think for the past 3 years. Actually, it's been a little longer than that. Actually, since 2012, since the Arab Spring. It's been somewhat of a hotbed for, I wouldn't say terrorism, but definitely infighting within the peoples of Yemen. Well, folks, after 33 years in power, Yemeni President Ali Abdullah Saleh was assassinated yesterday on December 4th during an attack. And this man has literally been the Yemeni president for the past 33 years. And that was up until 2012 when the Arab Spring happened, and it actually came to Yemen, and reluctantly the Yemeni president, Salah, gave up his presidency and his rule to a guy by the name of Mansour Hadi. Now, when Mansour Hadi took control in 2012, Salah, instead of accepting what was happening, he decided to side with his enemies. And his enemies at this time, his former enemies, was called the Houthis. The Houthis were a force that were backed up by the Iranians and the militia Hezbollah. And when Salah decided to make this unlikely alliance between his former enemies and himself, that enabled him to take back power from Hadi, and he's been in power ever since. Now, the unfortunate part about it is that Salah, when he basically made his former enemies his friends and they helped him take over Yemen and put him back into power, this idiot Salah decided to turn against the Houthis, and the Houthis paid their respect by assassinating the Yemeni's president yesterday, and that's literally the end of an era when it comes to Yemeni leadership. And now that the Houthis have assassinated Salah, it doesn't seem like the civil war is going to stop anytime soon. It is a horrific situation happening in Yemen. I think that you need to look at the pictures out there to see what's going on, what I'm discussing, but basically it is a proxy war at this point between the Houthis, which are backed by Iran and Hezbollah, and the traditional forces of Salah, which basically is backed up by the Saudi Arabians. And this is really taken a header. I mean, now that they have assassinated Salah, I don't see any kind of stability coming to Yemen anytime soon. I mean, this guy was particularly a strong-armed individual who would do this diplomatic dance with his former enemies and now his enemies that are now his friends. I mean, this guy was literally the ultimate politician, and it ended up becoming his demise. And I would keep an eye on Yemen, folks, because we're gonna see a lot of blood coming out of there, man. Lots of blood. And the assassination of Salah is just going to underscore that even more. So take a look at Yemen. It's a proxy war right now between the Iranians and Saudi Arabia, but it's definitely a key point in the confrontation that will eventually happen between Saudi Arabia and Iran. And it will happen, folks. Believe me, it will happen. Anyway, folks, that is it for today. I'm going to go ahead and take some, everybody's favorite part of the broadcast, and I'm talking about Radiol Graffiti! That's right, folks. It's time for Radiol Graffiti, the part of the broadcast where the spectators become a part of the spectacle. All you have to do is give me a call right now at 516-453-9903. And when I call on your area code, you've got exactly 3 to 4 seconds to say whatever it is that's on your mind. That's why we call this Radiol Graffiti, all right? Come on, it's as simple as that, baby, all right? And before we get to Radiol Graffiti, folks, I do want to remind everybody that we do got some swag, baby. We do got Radiol Graffiti swag, so if you haven't gotten some, take a look at it. These are coming down here in about a week, and not to mention I may be putting some more pro-capitalist type of attire up. So take a look at it. There it is. Take a look at my Gab right now. That's Radiol Graffiti shirt, Radiol Graffiti mug, all kinds of attire. Hook it up, baby. Take a look at it. Take a look at my Gab. Take a look at my Gab. Anyway, hey, engineer, do we happen to have any radio graffiti calls, man? All right, well, without any further ado, let's go ahead and get to some radio graffiti calls right now. And let me tell you, I'm going to be honest, if you all come at me and piss me off, I'm getting the hell out of here, all right? Do you understand me? If you all piss me off, I'm getting the hell out. I'm getting out. All right, let's go ahead and get to some radio graffiti calls. How about anonymous radio graffiti?
Hello, Ghost, it's Boris Sputnikov again. You know, even if I drink all vodka in Russia, your wife stay ugly.
Yeah, real funny, you stupid cockeyed Russian. Give me a break. Anonymous radio graffiti. Where are we at in radio graffiti? Fort Texas and Fort Lone Star here. Fort King and Fort Longhorses. Fort Alabama, that is draw bread. Fort Texas and Fort You stupid bitch horse. God damn it, man. I'm tired of this forking, man. Fork this, fork that. Fork you! Fork you! Jesus Christ, give me the mic. Jesus Christ, give me the freaking mic, man. We're already starting off bad. We're already starting off bad. Anonymous radio graffiti. How about 704 radio graffiti? Control terror and cyber vermin. Oh, great. Christmas Carol. God damn it. Damn assholes are making Christmas carols out of me now. God, you're making Christmas carols? God damn it, man. How many remixes are there, for Christ's sake, man? How many remixes? Good God, give me the... How many remixes, man? Telling you, man, I don't know. 913 Radio Graffiti.
Hi, Ghost, is this you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I heard you were a Marine, so I was wondering, I'm going out to boot camp next month, so got any stories?
Well, I don't want to get into that, but good luck to you, Godspeed to you, and let me tell you something, man. Marines never die, baby, you understand? Fucking hardcore sons of bitches, the Marines. I'll tell you that right damn now. You don't want to get into a fight with a Marine. How about 716, Radio Graffiti?
Hey, Ghost, it's Spoon Guy, the, off-brand version of Tub Guy. Can I gargle your balls? Oh, dear.
Oh, Jesus Christ, what a major fail. What a major fruit bowl fail. You see what you're doing, Tub Guy? Good God. 305, Radio Graffiti. I'm done. Stick a fork in me. I'm done.
Very well. Time to eat your ass. That was delicious.
What? Get that sick, perverted crap out. What the hell was that? Good God. Anonymous Radio Graffiti.
Adolf Gosler rolled to London to buy Raiden's Rogaine, stuck a hard fork up his ass and snorted lots of cocaine. Adolf Gosler, keep it up. Gosler is a cripple, beating off the child porn and sucks on Trumpy's nipple.
I'm wondering, how long did it take this stupid fruity-ass autist to come up with that, huh? I mean, it sounded like it took every synapse in his stupid, simplistic head for him to shove that out of his suck hole. Stupid, dumb idiot, for Christ's sake. 412 Radio Graffiti.
Ho, 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 ho. Merry Christmas, Ghost. I'm sorry, but your rampant alcoholism has landed you on the naughty list this year. We both...
Yeah, you know what? Go suck an egg there, Santa, you freaking anal secretion. All right? I'll tell you something. When you're out there trying to deliver toys, I'll tell you where Mrs. Claus is, huh? Where's Mrs. Claus, huh? I'll tell you where she's at. She's on a 15.5. That's all I got to say. How about 352 Radio Graffiti? Texas mortars. All you're getting from me is this. Oh, once it hits your lips, it feels so good. It's so good.
Hey, that girl's taking a shit on the Alamo. Nice to me. Let's club him, Gomer.
Yes! Yes!
Oh, Christ, no! No way! No, Jesus Christ, boy!
I'm armed!
He's got a fist! Quick, Gomer, kill him!
What? No! No! No!
I don't know if that was right. Oh, no. What you did was perfectly in line with the Second Amendment. Come on, let's go eat some steak.
2 words from J-Man, capitalist.
Get fork.
Oh, my God, this fucking autist. Damn it! God damn it, man. I'm so sick of this crap, man. I'm so sick of it. I'm so sick of this crap. I mean, you people are sick, twisted perverts. No wonder no one wants you in life. No wonder no one wants to play with your wee-wee. Son of a bitch. Give me the mic. Freaking perverts. I'm telling you, man, you people are going to piss me off. You're pissing me off now. You're pissing me off now. 973 Radio Graffiti. Yeah, you know what? You get a better phone, you stupid ass. We're not in Obama no more. Good God. 909 Radio Graffiti. Hey, wait a minute. Why are you playing old clips of me, man? I mean, that's a clip from 2009, for Christ's sake, man. Why are they playing old clips? I don't get it. 419 Radio Graffiti.
Hey, Ghost, what's up? True Capitalist Army.
You're damn right. True Capitalist Army in the house, baby. You know what I'm saying? Taking over, man. It's a capitalist revolution. Who else do we got? Anonymous Radio Graffiti.
Ocean man, take me by the hand, lead me to the land that you understand. Ocean man, the voyage to the corner of the globe is a real trip. Ocean man, princess of the Caribbean, right by the sand, soaking up the...
Wait, hold on. What is this, Autist American Idol, for Christ's sake? I'm not going to sign you to a record deal, you fruit bowl. What the hell is that? Did y'all hear that? What the hell are you doing? I mean, your tongue a little too heavy for you there, boy. Learn how to spoke it. Jesus Christ, man. How about 423 Radio Graffiti? Sports meat! Sports meat! Fruit bowl! Fort meat! Fort meat! Asshole! I am a bull! 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 Asshole! You know what? Get that crap off for Christ's sake! Get crap off! Bastard! Shove it up your ass with that remix, man! Shove it up your goddamn ass with that crap! Give me a goddamn break! Take about 10 steps away from my freaking butt crack with that fruity ass stuff! God damn you, Mick! Give me the mic! What the hell's wrong with you idiots? Jesus! Anonymous Radio Graffiti! Night Prowler Radio Graffiti.
It's documented! He admitted it! And the Democrats are standing by the scumbag. He admitted it! He's got documented evidence of him assaulting a woman while she's asleep! Why am I still seeing Barack Obama? Why is he talking to President Xi? Why is he going to India? And why is he talking to the Dalai Lama? Why is he talking to world leaders? I mean, you're a private citizen, Obama! Obama, this power bottom, tranny-loving piece of crap, has the audacity to sit here and try to lecture us about electing more women because, quote, men seem to be having a problem these days? I mean, you know, lest we forget, folks, that we have amateurs in America that build rockets that are able to go into the ionosphere and...
Get this, I gotta... Stop making my voice sound like a fucking cartoon! You piece of crap! You sons of bitches are making me curse and you're making me angry! You sons of bitches are making me curse and you're making me angry! Stop making me sound like a goddamn man-child cartoon! Stop it! Just stop it, for Christ's sake, man! I'm tired of this crap! I'm tired of this crap! I'm tired of this crap! I'm tired! Damn it! I'm tired! I'm tired of this crap, man. I don't even know why I even did a Taco Tuesday. You know, I should have just came back tomorrow. You all don't deserve this. You all don't deserve this. Give me the mic. Goddamn man-children, autist, aspie bastards are lucky I'm gracing my presence. You're lucky you're gracing my presence. I mean, I'm shooting pearls to you people. I'm shooting pearls, and you people could care less. I'm just going to take a couple more of these, and that's it, man. This is just pissing me off too much, man. 516 Radio Graffiti. Goes 1, 2, party all the time, party all the time, party all the time. Goes 1, 2, party all the time, party all the time. Goes 1, 2, party all the time, party all the time, party all the time. Goes 1, 2, party all the time, party all the time. Look, shut the hell up with these remixes! You know, I'm done, man. Get this mic out of my face! I'm done with this crap, man. How many remixes are there? How many? I'm just tired of this crap. I mean, folks, y'all are listening to this, right? You all are listening. This is the internet. This is man-child autism. Man-child goddamn mic, man. This is what you're hearing here, man. This is what you're hearing. And I'm sick of it, man. I'm goddamn sick of it. Anonymous Radio Graffiti.
Hey, I'm John Cena. It's me. It's me, seriously. It's actually me. For those of you unfamiliar, Cena is a fan of Japanese anime and has mentioned that his favorite anime movie is Fist of the North Star. That is correct. I saw Fist the first time maybe at 14 or 15 and just thought it was really well done. Superheroes fighting super police style.
Wait, what? John Cena likes anime? Oh my God! Oh my God! What the fuck? What the hell's going on with this world? What's going on with this world? John Cena likes anime? I mean, what kind of fruit bowl admission was that? What the... Good, give me the mic. Yeah, you know what? I bet you the best time of the day for John Cena is group shower time after a wrestling match. You fruit bowl. You like anime. Get out of here. You sick son of a bitch. Good God, Anonymous Radio Graffiti. I said this at the beginning of the year. I still think it's going to happen. I don't think Donald Trump is going to make it to the end of the year. And if he does, he is going to have to escape one spectacular... No, shut up! I'm not even letting in that goddamn splice finish. You're not going to besmirch my president on this broadcast, you sorry sack of crap. Don't you dare. Damn anal secretion. 913 Radio Graffiti. Yeah, you're taking too long. How about 208 Radio Graffiti?
Why, I touched my fucking fork. It's really dirty and shit. Just don't fucking motherfucking break it. Fuck shit.
Yeah, that's a horrible voice effects processor, you stupid moron. Anonymous Radio Graffiti. What do we got? More Helen Keller death mutes? Why are you even on the line then, jerk off? Good God. 909 Radio Graffiti. Okay, great. You shoved the phone up your anus. We're very proud of you. All right, how about Anonymous Radio Graffiti?
My name is Cleveland Brown.
Oh, that's so great, for Christ's sake. I wouldn't be surprised if that's, some autist who's probably going to shoot up a mall of people in the next 6 months. Only an autist would think that's humorous, I'm telling you. Who else we got? We got 713 Radio Graffiti.
Hey, what's going on, Ghost? Happy Taco Tuesday, man. What's going on?
Hey, what's up? It's my pet Mexican. Happy Taco Tuesday. You gonna hook it up with some tacos today, man?
I'm actually gonna get some soup or something, man. I'm feeling like crap today, man. I got hit hard this weekend. Man,
oh, man, were you sick?
Yeah, really bad. You
know what you should do? You should get some of that pig intestine soup. What do you call it? Menudo? And shove that in your hole. That's supposed to be pretty good for you Mexicans whenever you get fucking sick. Excuse my French, but since you're talking with a little bit of Mexican slang, I'm getting a little bit of a cursing mood going on. How about 614 Radio Graffiti?
Permanent marker and high gloss black.
Oh, no sniffing. No paint sniffing. No. Anonymous Radio Graffiti. Now, let's go ahead and get to the coin I was talking about, 42 coin. I think this coin is a complete scam as far as I'm concerned. All right, I'm going to be completely honest with you. The reason I'm claiming that 42 coin was a complete pump and dump is because me and the inner circle, we all take your money and run. You son of a bitch, I never said that! I never said that, you sorry sack of crap! I never said that! I never said that, you sorry sack of crap! That's a splice, and everybody knows it! Give me the mic! That's a goddamn splice, and everybody knows it! I'm not ending on that stupid piece of crap! I'm not ending on that one! You sorry sack of crap! I can't believe you! Anonymous Radiol Graffiti! Now, let's go ahead and get to the coin I was talking about, 42 coin. I think this coin is... Shut up! Shut up! I never said that! Shut up! I never said that! You're lying! You're lying! Second crap! Screw you! Screw you! Screw you!
Thank you for using Blog Talk Radio. Goodbye.
Ooh, savage right there, savage. Ooh, that was savage. 42 coin, man. You better buy it though, but damn, that was savage. Oh boy. Anyways, guys, what a great show today, guys. Yes, Taco Tuesday special broadcast. Yeah, he didn't do a show yesterday on the Monday. For those who were wondering about that, he already explained to you at the very beginning. Just rewatch it if you haven't. But yes, guys, splendid Taco Tuesday's show tonight, goes. Very, very nice covers and everything. Thank you, guys, for everything, and pretty decent, pretty graffiti, and there's nothing new about it. So yes, I'm going to give some shout-outs for anybody who wants to stick around, so you stick around for that. But before that, I want to say and thank everybody for coming out tonight on watching this relay stream of the True Capitalist Radio 514 broadcast. I am a relay hoster, BN King, Mr. BN King, or however you like to call me. Of course, you can follow me on my Twitters at the Relay Network, or BN_King over at the Gabs. You can also bookmark the SciTube channel if you're there, which is pretty much it is the BN Theater, or you can also subscribe to my YouTube channel as I do the TCR broadcast every Monday, Wednesday, and Fridays, 6:30 p.m. Central, 7:30 p.m. Eastern, and 4:30 p.m. Pacific time. Of course, if you guys are hearing some people in the background, of course there's some party going on outside my room. Ignore that, because of course I don't know why my folks have invited some people, but of course we got some active people outside my room. But anyways, guys, so yes, that's pretty much it for the show. I'm gonna give some shout outs. Stick around for that. And of course, I'll say some stuff afterwards at the end of the shoutouts. So if you want a shout out, all you have to do is be present on either chat rooms, which chat room you participate. Last week we did YouTube, so we're gonna do SciTube's names, and then of course after that will be the YouTube chat. YouTube chat people, make sure to be spamming that chat room and be sure you're present. Otherwise, if you are not spamming or just saying you're not there, then you're not going to be appear in the recent players list. And for the peeps over at the SciTube, pretty much just sign in and just be present. Easy as that. Oh, and before I give some shout-outs, I'm going to give some special shout-outs for new subscribers who actually subscribed during the TCR hours, or donations for anybody who donated will also receive a very, very special shout out. But of course, we have no donations, but we do have 3, and I do repeat, 3 new subscribers. So those subscribers, so the 3 new ones we got is Miles Davis, Johnny Cornbread, and Swag Alcoholics. So thanks for subscribing. And now we're gonna head to do the chat rooms. So let me just start off with the people over the SciTube. So SciTube peeps, get ready. We're going to be signing off. And if you're not present, then you ain't going to get a shout out from me. So you better be present, guys. You better do it. Like now. Alright, who do we have for the SciTubes? It's going on to Bob Tom, Steve Sombrero, Cody D. Bunny, Edgar. It's going on to Jendus Warrior, Kingdom, Night Purple Pony, Noah 36 Array, Plot of Land, Puffin Sky, Scarlet Moon, 8 Equal leaving December 31st. Yes, 8 Equal is officially be leaving to TCR community after the ghosties. So kudos to you, 8 Equal. Thanks for everything. It's going on to Playing Blizzard, Durango, Electronic C. It's going on to Got to Be Black to Get In. Okay. I Am Ron, Meowth Rocket, Royal in a Short Bus, Space Ghost, Tickler Pink, and Tyrain. Alright. So, now we're going to head over to the people over at the YouTube channel. So if you guys want on the YouTube channel wants to get a shout out, make sure be present. Because if you aren't present on the YouTube channel, then you're not there. Like you're nobody. Oh, and we got a new subscriber. So, thanks for subscribing, Veticus. Forgot to give you that special shout out, but of course you have you were the recent, but of course since you got a special shout out on YouTube, you were the first shout outs to YouTube. So thanks, Veticus, for subscribing. Now let's gonna head over to the YouTube. So once again, spam that chat right now, like now. So what's going on to B4 Balzac T Bugger? What's going on to Blaster B118, Commander 64, Fluttermark 2020, IT Guy, Liz Porter. What's going on to Lovely Ashley Love Me, Midnight Smiles, Nathan Long, Political Things, Rick Hoover, TCU Gaming 1, Toyota Brony, there's Vitigus, XD Dring, and well, I kind of missed everybody's. Everybody just all started to live. Oh my god! And then that's everybody. If I missed your name in the chat room, in the YouTube chat, spam right now because of course that's pretty much everybody in the YouTube chats. Oh boy. You know you don't get the special chat if you resubscribe. It doesn't work like that. If you resubscribe, you don't get a special chat. I guess that's everybody in the YouTube chat. So shout out to everybody who have listened through this very end. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. And thank you for another great True Capitalist Radio broadcast. Alright guys, so I'm going to give some, let's see, if I missed your name, like I say, I'll just shout out to everybody. If you didn't get the name or I didn't shout out to you, so shout out to y'all. Alright, normally I'll do some Q&As. Unfortunately, I want to end the stream a bit early. I am pretty much, like I say, got some folks next door partying or just, I don't know what they're doing, because of course, I don't want to just have people in the background just kind of being annoyance to me. But of course, I'm doing another live stream in progress, and also I wanted to actually get to that now. So yeah, just make sure to if you guys want to get those to TCR swag. You still have them on Teespring. Unfortunately, don't have them up and display in descriptions, but they were like previously before. So if you want to actually get them now before the last. And what else? I'm actually pretty good, doing good. Oh, thanks for the 6K subs, man. Yes, 6Ks we hit. So we hit 6K subs, which is pretty awesome. So thank you guys for subscribing. Thank you for continuing to support and being awesome. I do appreciate you guys keep supporting this channel, as I do provide a TCR broadcast dailies or only on those specific days, live and with chat rooms and all that enable. So thank you guys. What am I up to? I'm actually going to be watching some wrestling here. Going to switch over to that's in progress of the Lounge 9. Do you think money makes money off? Yeah, well, half the percentage, for of course. But there's really nothing bad about making money, man. You know, if you guys have any like stuff or souvenir or what is that called? Like, you know, stuff that you want to sell. Like, you know, I do have shirts, but I don't really say anything about you know, hey guys, you know, I got shirts. You know, guys can get it. They're in it's in Teespring. It's no, I forgot. It was a t-shirt site, but of course I do have t-shirts, but of course I don't really say stuff for anyone to buy it. But of course it's just pretty much just it's just old stuff. Yes, I am Tyrain. I am watching some wrestling. I'm about to actually switch here momentarily right now. So yeah, I got nothing else better to say. You're watching Bob Burgers, Fluttermark. It's good to you know. Hey, see you later, Iron Ron. Just pretty much my opinion for the Teespring site. Hey, just if you want to make some, if you want to put out your design and make some money out of it, go ahead. But you ain't gonna make a lot out of it. You're pretty much gonna have a half percentage of it. So yeah, you know, you even though you sold your if you sold your you know, go just to have those shirts up there. It doesn't matter. I mean, like, you know, something to remember, and also, you know, something to keep. I mean, if you're a fan of that, if you're a fan and you want that and you want to support, go ahead, just go get it. Easy, no question asked. Yes, Night Purple Pony. I do have shirts, but of course, they're mostly, you know, brony really. But I got one shirt that's it's with my OC. So my OC shirt and also a little shirt. But of course,
You got gloves.
those you can get there in Teespring. But I'm not gonna give you the link. Maybe I might. Oh man, you gotta be there now. Okay. Anyways, guys, let me just say this quickly because I need to end this right now. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys all for tuning in for another True Capitalist Radio broadcast. Once again, that's it for our Talker Tuesday special broadcast. Tomorrow, Ghost will return for his Wednesday broadcast. Yes, he's going to do a broadcast tomorrow and then again on Friday. So don't expect like he's going to be like a daily thing. He'll be back on Thursday. So he'll be back Wednesday and Friday. Same time as always, 6:30 p.m. Central, 7:30 p.m. Eastern. Do make sure to catch those. I do relay them every time when Ghost goes live. So if you do, just make sure to subscribe. Or you can also follow my tweets over at Twitter or my Gab. Once again, all the links are in descriptions. Just go ahead and click on them. We're always right below. I do appreciate if you do. Make sure you just want to keep all, you know, just keep informed. Got nothing about to say about that, Terry already. Sorry, no, I don't have anything. Anyways, I'm done. Thank you all for listening in. I'm gonna be ending the stream now. Getting this up now on the YouTubes. I know I got like maybe one copyright on today's video. I will make sure to actually take it out. So of course the audio isn't muted the entire thing because you know, if you play audio's copyrights music during the Radiol Graffiti, sometimes this channel can hit very hard on getting the entire YouTube video muted. So kind of be aware next time for it, and if you're gonna do like music, it's all right if you like overlay it with ghosts, but of course if it's still exposed from that artist, yeah, it can be a very, very troublesome. The one I think I did it was the 12 Days of Christmas sung by that rock artist. I don't know what's his name, but yeah, if that pretty much happens, yes, it's going to be a very hard time to get this video up and not be muted. So do be aware for that. Thanks. All right, well, I'm out of here. Thank you guys for watching and listening in. I'll see you guys tomorrow, or I'll see you guys on the next TCR broadcast. Stay tuned over if you guys are over the BN Theater peeps. I'm going to be continuing playing something that's currently live at the moment. If you guys want to stay into there, once again, YouTube chat, if you want to listen in what's going on at the BN Theater, just hit that description link in the descriptions. It's BN Theater's YouTube channel. Go there now, or just see you guys next time. So thanks again for listening, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye, guys. Thank you all for a great TCR broadcast. See you guys next time. Bye, guys. See ya. Adios. Jodias. Idias. Adios.